Yo, it's your boy Ryan, Northwest Sports Fanatics. Back at you with a new video. We got the Washington football team versus the Dallas Cowboys. We damn boys, live play-by-play and reactions with your boy Ryan and the Northwest Sports Fanatics. Make sure you guys subscribe to the channel. Smash that like button either now or on your way out. Donate to your boy if you can. Cash App, $ ORIONNWSF on the YouTube Super Chat right here. And if you're looking for merch, Northwest Sports Fanatic merch, link is below every video on the YouTube page. Follow me, Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Instagram at NW Sports Fanatics. Looks like there's a few comments that were on the stream before I started today. Travis Cecil says, sorry, can't be around for this one. Have an early like, and I'll catch you next time. Appreciate that, Travis, in the building. Let's see, Odin's son, 6 straight, baby. Chiefs, the Chiefs Kingdom in the building. I see you, Odin's son. Man, fantasy football, got to congratulate Zini Panini. I know you are in the building today. Congratulations. You know, I thought this would be the year for me. I thought this was the year that I was going to win the chip. But all my guys shit the bed last week and this week. There's no excuses. You know, there were some guys on the bench that I left that I could have took a chance and started, and I could have probably beat you, but it was a little too risky for me. And with this season in fantasy football, I should have known. Take a risk. You know, and sometimes you have to take a risk, but in the playoffs, it's tough because you don't want to like bench one of your stars and then look back and say, what the hell was I thinking? But maybe I should have. But hey, you know, you're a great fantasy football player. Now you're going to have to go against BMO, who is the #1 rated fantasy football player in our league. Go out there and beat him, see what you can do, and I'm rooting for you. Zini Panini in the building. Air Whitey in the building. What it do? Elliot Evans in the building. Yo, what's good? What it do? And here we go. Zini Panini, my guy. What? An Eagles win today and a fantasy football win. You got to be excited about that, okay? I'm going to go and I'm going to pull my my phone here, and just the embarrassment that I've had in this fantasy football when we're going to get ready for this Washington football team Dallas Cowboys matchup that I'm very excited about. And it's rough. You know, it's really rough when you get to a point where you're like, okay, we should be able to get this fucking dub and get it going. But you know what happens? Sometimes, you know, you play well, sometimes you don't. It is what it is. Let's see here. You're at 208. I'm at 179. This is brutal. Fucking brutal, man. Fucking brutal. Stafford, 6. Najee, 16. Cordarrelle Patterson, 8. Devontae Adams, 33. Hollywood Brown, 9. Jared Cook, 9. Josh Jacobs, 11. I got Dolphins D. Justin Tucker with a 3. That is fucking brutal. Brutal. I left Mahomes on the bench with a 22. Bucks D on the bench with 15. Rojo on the bench with 16. And Jackson from the Chargers with a 34. Fuck my life, huh? I guess that's just how it goes. So it looks like from what I can see in the stream, it looks like it's a little choppy here. So I might have to end the stream and start it back up again and see if I can go through my settings. But it doesn't look like it's really recording properly. I don't know what the fuck is going on here with this internet and everything else. I'll hold up a sec here. And you guys let me know how it's looking on your end. But on my end, it was looking all fucked up and all choppy. It looks like it's a little bit better now. I don't know what the hell happened there, but for a second there, it was all fucked up. So I mean, I don't got anything on the Wi-Fi. Now it looks like it's clearing up. But hey, congratulations to the Eagles fly, and congratulations to Zini Panini for beating me in fantasy and moving on to the championship. It looks like more than likely against BMO. All right, Jonathan Jansen in the building. What to do? Brandon Calhoun, 3-4 to 11-4. Crazy. Hey, you never know in fantasy football or in the regular season where you can struggle a little bit, and then all of a sudden you start to get hot at the right time. It's going to be very amazing to see how things kind of play out here at the very end of the year. Anthony Ramirez in the building, swept them Broncos 2 years in a row. Raiders in the building. Odin's son, I'm looking at gear now. Ooh, baby. Mbada. Who dat? Gray's on winning the division. Hey, appreciate that. Maybe we can sneak as a wild card and knock y'all out. Hey, it's nice to be able to get the divisional crown. I hopped in Grossi's stream earlier, and, I said, hey, we ended up getting the NFC South, but the Packers, to me, are still the best team in football. I know they have special teams issues. I know obviously there's a toe issue with Rodgers, but I think they've been the most impressive team besides Kansas City. All right. Zini Panisse, I didn't want to take you. I know. But hey, I would rather lose to you. And like I said, it's just like I should have known better than starting fucking Stafford. But who would have thought that he would have 3 picks against Minnesota? I just tried to go the safe route. Stafford, Najee Harris, Cordarrelle Patterson, Devontae Adams, Hollywood Brown, even though it was a third-string quarterback. Jared Cook, because Freiermuth got out. Fuck him. All right. Jacobs at the flex, Dolphins D. And then I should have just went Mahomes. I should have went Bucks D. I should have went Rojo. I should have went Jackson. I picked him up, Justin Jackson. I should have. But, hey, it's all, it's a catch-22. It's just like, okay, you think a guy might do good, but you don't really know in fantasy football. You just don't know how things are going to play out. So it is what it is. He said, congrats. Thank you, man. Like I said, it's not like, NFC South crown is great, and I'll take it. Obviously, if you guys had Jameis, it would have been a lot closer, and I was really pulling for you guys to make the playoffs, and there's still a chance for the Saints and the Eagles and the Niners. I mean, one of you, you got 3 teams there. 2 of y'all are going to make it. So it's either going to be Niners, Eagles, or Niners, Saints, more than likely. So it's going to be a battle between the Eagles and the Saints here at the very end. Depends on how you guys play tomorrow against, the Miami Dolphins. If you guys find a way to win that, then you're still in the hunt. But if you lose that, maybe the Eagles will end up taking that last spot. So who would have thought, right? At the end of the year, you never know what's going to end up happening. It looks like the stream has leveled out. I don't know what the fuck happened there in the first couple minutes. I was about to end the stream and start it over, but it looks like everything is going good now, and it looks like it's running smooth. And the whole purpose of me running, StreamYard is having it run a little smoothly. So when I see shit all getting choppy and all fucked up, like I got good internet. It's like, what the hell is going on here? All right. Hey, everyone. Way to go, my Colts. Bucks for Ron. Odin's Chiefs, baby. Let's go. Zini Panini. Eagles got to win, baby. The Eagles got to win. Sarah Small getting the donation game off to a right foot. Bang! The Colts won. I'm excited. The Bucks won. The division, the Chiefs won. You love it. Odin's son, Sarah Small, Orion, Northwest Sports Fanatics, all our teams won. It feels good, but it doesn't feel good that I lost in fantasy football. Like I said, this was one of the strongest teams that I've built from beginning to end, and it seems like every fucking year I end up finishing in like the top 3. I'm sick and tired of finishing in the top 3. I want to get that chip. I want to get that natty, but we do have some great players in the Northwest Sports Fanatics Fantasy Football League every year. So, hey, sometimes you have the players, but they shit the bed. And, I had a lot of red matchups in the last, couple weeks. There's nothing I can do. There's nothing there was a couple options where I could have took a chance, but I just didn't feel comfortable, but maybe I should have. I should have known better, especially with this season, the way that this season is gone. A lot of upsets, a lot of like unpredictable outcomes. I should have just said, fuck Matthew Stafford. I should have went Mahomes. I should have went with my gut with the Bucks because I knew they were going to win today for their defense. I should have went Rojo. I should have went Jackson. What the fuck was I thinking? You know what I mean? But I tried to ride with the guys that got me there, and it ended up fucking me big time. But, hey, I'm excited for Zini Panini. I think she can end up winning it all. She ends up having a championship caliber team. BMO's team has got the most wins going into the playoffs for our fantasy football league. But me and Zini Panini were right there, at 9-5, and she is the only female in the league. And it seems like every year that she's in our league, she finishes in the top 2. So congrats to you. Who says that females don't know football? Who says females don't know how to play fantasy football? And I'll tell you what, I made a shitload of transactions. I'm not taking it easy on anybody. Man, woman, grandma, sister. I don't give a shit who I'm playing against. I'm going after it. I'm trying to win every matchup. I'm not taking it easy on anybody. And she beat me, just fair and square. Her guys hit. Mine didn't. My guys shit the bed, and the rest is history. Michael Pierpont in the building. Happy holidays, Orion. Happy holidays, Pierpont. What to do? And Minnesota lost. If we win next week and they lose, we're going to the playoffs. I think and feel it, especially when the media had us winning 3 games all season. I know it was pretty funny, how they thought that you guys were only going to win 3 or 4. But now just imagine if Sirianni would have realized that you needed to run the football within the first month of the season. You might end up being on top of the NFC East right now, even over the Cowboys. But you got to be proud that, you guys are finishing strong. Now you're so close and making the playoffs. Yeah, you want to get in. You want to get in that 7th spot and just see what you can do. And you still got the 3 first-rounders because Carson Wentz ended up, finishing out the season. And shout out to Carson Wentz for all the haters, including myself, that kind of doubted him. You know what I mean? I was like, he's mentally broken, but I'll take anyone that's mentally broken over physically broken. I've been mentally broken. I've bounced back, right? Carson Wentz was mentally broken. He's bounced back. But you got certain guys that end up getting injured and they just never recover. They're fucking brittle. And obviously Carson Wentz is proving that, hey, maybe he can be the long-term guy. I'm very impressed with Carson Wentz, and I know the Eagles are probably happy that he's doing well there, and then now they get that extra first-rounder. It's going to be exciting to see what they do with it, moving forward. If they can hit on those 3 draft picks, that might be the difference between them being on top of the NFC East or being second or third place. And I'm rooting for you guys. Fly, Eagles, fly. Elliot Evans in the building. Bang, 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 bang. A milli in the building. What a deal. Gang, made it to the fantasy championship today. I was hoping to get there, but all my players is shit the bed because we have best of 2 weeks, right, to get to the championship, and then best of 2 weeks to win the championship. And last week, both of our teams were projected for like 120 to like 140, and I was projected for like 140, and I think I hit 91. I'm like, what the fuck? She hit 99 or something, which was still a little bit lower than expected. I know our numbers were much lower, like 81 to 89 or 91 to 99. I know that our numbers were much lower, but then she finally showed out this week, and I still shit the bed, so it sucks. Andre Thomas, my only worry with the Packers is their run defense. Just like every year, special teams and run defense. But I talked to Grossi today, went into stream when he was on earlier with the Chiefs and the Steelers. I said, hey, my Bucks clinched the NFC South, but I still think you're the best team in the NFL with the Kansas City Chiefs. Those are the 2 best right now. We'll see what we get. That'll be America's pick. To have the most excitement in the Super Bowl would be Packers Chiefs. Regardless if you like the Packers and you like Aaron Rodgers or you like Mahomes and you like the Chiefs, if you want firepower, you want points, you want excitement on defense, you want excitement all the way around, that's the matchup that we need to be pulling for. Of course, my Bucks, I want to get to the Super Bowl. Duh. I want to win again. Duh. I'm trying to maximize my opportunity with Brady. But if I can't get there, at least I can maybe get a collab with Grossi when we do Packers Bucks, which is going to be fucking phenomenal. And if I lose to him and we end up doing a collab, that'll be a huge uptick, with people knowing who I am on YouTube and on social media. And I wouldn't mind losing to the Packers. If I lose to anyone, that's the team that I want to lose to. And then I want the Packers to go all the way to the Super Bowl. And if they end up winning, I'll be extremely happy for Tom. And obviously with the Chiefs, yeah, I'm rooting for your guys' fan base as well. You guys had a nice kind of start, then a rough patch. Everyone gave up on you. They fell off the wagon. And then now in the last 5, 6, 7 weeks, they're proving they're the best team in the AFC, and no one wants to fucking play them. And that's big facts. Air Whitey. Is Trevor Lawrence a bust? Way too early. Zach Wilson, Trevor Lawrence, Justin Fields, Mac Jones. Who? Mac Jones. Trey Lance. Way too early. Way too early. Shitty coaching, shitty, personnel, shitty, obviously, OCDC. It's still early to say that he's a bust. Give Trevor Lawrence 3 to 4 years, and then if there's no improvement each year, then you can say he's a bust, but you never can call a guy a bust in 1 year. That's facts. Eagles have the tiebreaker over the Saints, though. Yeah, Eagles and Niners. That's what it's looking like with the Saints with an outside chance. Pierpont. And the Vikings are in it. Yes, the Vikings are in it as well, but I'm not sure if I believe in them as much as the other teams. Terrence Harris, Fly Eagles Fly in the building. What's up with you, bro? I'm good. I lost in the fantasy football playoffs. Other than that, I got the NFC South crown. Feel good about that. Got back on track. But now I got another injury with like Shaq Barrett. It's like all my guys are getting hurt. And the big reason that I got so far last year, right, it was because I was hot and I was healthy. I was the healthiest team in the NFL last year. Went 4-0 in December, didn't have any major injuries, rode that fucking wave all the way to the Super Bowl and won it. This year is not the same. That's why I'm kind of thinking, I don't think Tampa's going to get there. I don't know. If we get there, it's going to be because of Tom. It's going to be because of amazing play on the defense, and it's going to be brilliant play calling from Leftwich and Todd Bowles. But it's got to be extremely lucky, and we're going to have to hope that the other teams kind of shit the bed, and I don't know if you're going to get that this year. We got some quality teams like the Dallas Cowboys on tonight. Okay, you got the Rams who are starting to get hot. All right, you got the Packers who look like they're the best team in football. I just don't know. I think I can beat the Cardinals. All right, I can compete with the Cowboys. Rams and Packers. I don't know. It's just like I want to keep the faith. I want to still believe that we're as good as we were last year, but I'm not bandwagon. I'm not one of those guys that are like, oh, we're going to win every game by 30. We're going to run the playoffs. Everyone in the NFC sucks except the Buccaneers. I'm not like that. My team is fucked up. My team is banged up. I don't think I'm going to get there. Right now it's really looking like Packers, Chiefs, but as you know, anybody can get hot at the right time, and we still have a few weeks left to kind of get healthy and get hot. But right now, it's really looking like Packers Chiefs. But as you know, in the NFL, there's always upsets. There's always something crazy that goes on in that first round. But if you got that first round bye and you got home field, that's really where you want to be. But with Tampa, we went on the road and we found a way to get there too. So just because, you don't have that first round bye and you're not at home doesn't mean that you can't go all the way to the Super Bowl and win it. So I'm interested to see where we go from here. Sarah Salon Good Air. Bought some new shoes today. Bought some Bath and Body Works. Bath and Body Works. Hey, you got to go and get some shopping done. I got a new dog toy for Paisley. Went to a Petco. Went there. I got a shitload of beer because we had snow this morning. So in Oregon, we typically don't get a lot of snow. All right. We usually get snow maybe a day or two, and it's usually not the same year. It'll be like in February. It won't be like during Christmas time. This is the first year in Oregon that I can remember, maybe in 10 or 15 years, that we actually got snow right before Christmas was going to transition into December 26th, today, right? So it started, I think, snowing around 11:30 last night, maybe midnight or so. And then it snowed all the way until maybe 8 or 9 this morning. And then we got a little bit of a warm front, and we only had a couple inches. And then it ended up melting away on the roads. But got to enjoy a little bit of it out there. Got to go visit my mom once it melted, and got to hang out with her for a little bit, which was nice. And then they say it's supposed to, snow back and forth, from today all the way till Thursday, Friday, with a mix of rain and snow and showers. And we don't really get a lot of snow, and a lot of times it doesn't stick. It's, it melts off. It's just, kind of powder. But just for us in Oregon, it's nice. And we know we're going to get a big storm front probably sometime in January or February. But in the meantime, it was nice to see the powdery white, on the grass and on the roads and on the trees. It's just definitely a nice thing to see. And it reminds me of that winter time and that Christmas time. So I definitely enjoyed it. I don't enjoy driving in it. That's the one thing that people don't like doing. I had to go to the grocery store, and it was a madhouse at Safeway as I was grabbing beer and, some other things as well. But went to the dispensary. Today's show is sponsored by Wild Gummies. I got in there before it ended up closing. Grand Pearl Gummies. I'm set for at least today and tomorrow. Today's show is also sponsored by Corona Extra. I think I got 20 beers in the fridge, all icy cold, ready to go. So I'm ready to go for tonight. Zini Panini, I'm rooting for her. But BMO's team has been nice. He was 10-4 this year. His team is beatable, but it just seems like every week he just makes the proper adjustments. And like I said, his guys haven't really shit the bed, and he didn't really have any major injuries. And Zini Panini had run CMC with the first pick in the draft. Didn't even really get to use him all year. I didn't really have any big injuries until really here in the last 2 or 3 weeks. But it definitely hurt, and that's big facts. Let's see. Nathan Dotson in the building. What to do? Suppo Rizzo. What to do? Josh Long, man. How are you, man? How we doing, bud? How was Christmas? Great, dude. I ended up getting a Tampa Bay Buccaneer banner. I got a Tom Brady Foco bobblehead from my dad. That was like $100 bobblehead, like a limited edition. I didn't expect him to get me something like that, and he did. I got some Ken Griffey Jr. cards. I got a lot of Oregon Ducks gloves and socks, and I got some hoodies. And it was a great Christmas. I streamed last night. We actually got pretty good numbers. I think we hit 1,100 people, which was surprising because normally when I do streams on Thanksgiving and Christmas, everyone's busy. But I guess for whatever reason, it was, late night. People were done, doing the presents, and people were just looking for a stream to watch. And we ended up getting, well over 1,000 people last night, which is awesome. Ended up going into Tom's stream and talking with him today and yesterday. And it looks like everything is set as long as the Packers and the Bucks play. We're going to have the biggest stream all year, the biggest stream for YouTube, period. For NFL live play-by-play and reactions. We just got to pray we get Packers Bucks in the divisional playoff or the NFC championship game. Gang. Let's see here. Taylor Heineke is in the building. The Eagles are officially delusional. Now, I don't know how he's in the YouTube chat while he's going to be playing here, supposedly, in Dallas. But, hey, I guess everyone has access to YouTube, right? Air Whitey, bang! NFL is rigged for the Packers. They got all the calls. Then why do we only have one Super Bowl with Rodgers and one with Favre, right? Yeah. I'm rooting for you guys. You know what I mean? Like I said, a lot of people are haters. A lot of people only like their team. But when you start building friendships and relationships, with other people that root for teams, and you know how much it means to Air Whitey, to Tom Grossi, that, go Pack Go, and obviously the Packer family, they want this bad. They know Rodgers might be out the door, as well as Devontae Adams, and they've been to the NFC Championship game twice, right? They lost to the Niners. Bang, bang, Niner gang. They lost to me last year. I know that fucking hurt, not being able to stop the run 2 years in a row. But maybe this is the year. Everyone looks like, for the most part, they're healthy, except for Aaron Rodgers' toe. The run defense needs some work. All right, special teams needs work. But if you're going against all those other NFC teams, I mean, I like their chances. I mean, they look like they can do it this year. This might be the year for them. So if I don't get there, I'll be rooting for them. Air Whitey, appreciate you. Bang, 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 $5. And here we go. Washington with the kickoff. I'm excited to see what team we get today. If we get a strong Dallas Cowboy team, or if we get a Washington football team that's motivated. And a lot of times they play good football. Like, we've watched them in the last couple of weeks, and they played a little bit better than we really anticipated. Ron, what do you think about Brady throwing that tablet right by Blaine Gabbert? That's disrespectful. You don't do that to another. Yeah. You know what I mean? I can't be responsible for every little thing that Brady or anybody does on the offense and defense. What I do know is that Brady came back to try to win another Super Bowl with the squad, and the injuries have been piling up. Dak throws to the outside. Cooper, Amari. Okay, I see you, Amari. So we'll see how it goes. Nola in the building. What to do? How are you? Alan Counts in the building. We damn boys in the building. What to do, man? How are you? All right, hold up here. I got to get another HD photo ready here because I know Amari Cooper going to be doing some things today. One sec here. Okay. Handoff to Zeke. Should be Tony Pollard. I like Tony Pollard a lot more than Zeke. Not that I think Zeke sucks or anything, but. There we go. You see that? Ooh. All right. Can I move the file up? Can I move the file up? Will you let me move the file up? Come on, motherfucker. All right. There we go. All right, Dak, I see you. A lot of these files. I got files on files on files, baby. All right, there we go. There we go, baby. Nola in the building. Alan Counts in the building. Sarah Small in the building. Nola, you're dreaming. Adams ain't going to go to the fucking Saints. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. You know what? Washington in contention, yeah. Dak? Scrambling, gambling on 1st and 10. All right, time for me to open up this beer. Cheers to everybody. Happy holidays. Hope everyone had a Merry Christmas. We're going to be getting closer to a Happy New Year. We got the college football playoff coming up. You know, you got Georgia, Michigan, which will be amazing. Cincinnati and Bama, which would be amazing. And then hopefully we get a Bama-Georgia rematch. Or if we get a Bama-Michigan, I wouldn't mind that either as well. I think Georgia-Cincinnati would be the most unlikely besides Michigan-Cincinnati, but I don't think we're going to get that. Shotgun set, 2nd down and 11. Dak scrambling in the pocket. It's 12 noon. You know what time it is? It's time for sack lunch. Yum, 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 yum. Okay. Cheers. Jonathan Allen from Alabama. Speaking of, beast. No Chase Young, but their defensive line and their defensive front is very dominant. Should have been much better this season. A lot of inconsistency. I do want to see the Saints, make the playoffs. I do want to see them do well, but you're naming off players that are unrealistic. You're trying to create like a Madden team, like a dream team, bro. There's a thing called, money that's involved. You just can't be trading, some jobber player for Devontae Adams and you hit yes, and then the trade goes through. It ain't like that, my dude. The NFL is a fucking business, okay? Look at this trickery. Like, what the fuck are they doing here, Cowboys? Ooh! He throws it backwards. Like, what are you doing here? This is like some NFL blitz play or something. This is like young Nola playing Madden, thinking that he's got the Saints dream team out there throwing backwards passes in the first quarter. What the hell are you doing? Travis Cecil in the building. I didn't know you were going to be in the building. It sounded like you weren't. Cowboys with the punt. Good to see you, Travis. How about the Chiefs? Hey, hottest team in football. They look very nice. Them and the Packers. I think that's what America wants to see. I mean, I'm trying to get my Bucks there, but injuries are piling up. It doesn't look like it's going to happen. Burrow, the truth. Yeah, 500 plus yards. Hey, looking nice, but we don't really know what's going to happen in the playoffs. I mean, look at my boy Justin Herbert and the Chargers losing to the fucking Texans. I mean, my God, you might as well just end the franchise and retire. How embarrassing is that? That's why this NFL that we love so much is so much fun, because like you anticipate the wins, but when you get the losses, it like punches you right as like an uppercut right under the chin. It's like you're like, where did that come from? Like, I don't like Davis Mills. I'm like, what the hell is going on here? But I guess that's why we love it, right? Because it's not predictable. The NBA, predictable. MLB, predictable. College football, for the most part, predictable. Everything is predictable. Even wrestling, for the most part, could be predictable. But the one thing that is not predictable from week to week, it's always the NFL. We never know what's going on. Let's go over some of the scores today, and you can kind of see what I'm talking about, all right? We got Falcons 20, Lions 16. That's probably what it should have been. Bengals 41, Ravens 21, when you had their first two starters with Lamar and Huntley out. So then you had, obviously, Josh going in there trying to be the third stringer. You knew they were going to lose, right? Rams 30, Vikings 23. But then Stafford fucked me over. Thanks a lot, Matthew. I'll never pick you in fantasy ever again. Bills 33, Patriots 21, when we were about to crown the Patriots as the best team in football in the AFC a couple weeks ago. Now they're kind of, going back to kind of maybe reality where they are one of the best teams, but not the best in the AFC. Jets 26, Jags 21. I don't know if there's a big surprise there. Eagles 34, Giants 10. That's what they should have done. Oh, look at here. Tampa Bay Buccaneers 32, young Nola 6. Oh, I mean, the Carolina Panthers 6. Yeah, baby. 32-6. Go Bucks. Let's get it. Texans 41, Chargers 29. It's just when I think, Justin Herbert can find his way, but no Austin Eckler. It shows you when you don't have him or Mike Williams, you need those guys. And he didn't have that full complement, and it definitely hurt him. Congratulations to the Texans. I mean, that really shocked the hell out of me, right? Bears 25, Seahawks 24. The Seahawks should have won that game. That's a damn shame. Chiefs 36, Steelers 10. The Steelers are garbage. Raiders 17, Broncos 13. And we saw the Titans win 20-17 on Thursday. Packers 24, Browns 22. Yes, they're winning. It's not by a lot. It's not pretty every time they play, but a dub is a dub. Colts 22, Cardinals 16 on Christmas yesterday. I did the stream. And then tomorrow, we got the 7-7 Dolphins versus the 7-7 Saints. We'll see who ends up being QB. As of a couple days ago, it was going to be Ian Book. I don't know if you're going to be able to get a dub against that Miami defense, but you never know. Heineke going long, going deep. Ooh, intercepted! Guess who? Diggs. Oh, man. How many picks does this motherfucker have? Wow. Dude, Trayvon Diggs, boy. Are you kidding me? $11 picks. Unbelievable, right? Wow. Aiden, he's a star. He loves it. Hey, he says, my daddy. Dude, unbelievable. I love it for defensive players that come out of nowhere and do their business like that. Let's look at this man right here. Trayvon Diggs. Who said Stephon Diggs was the best Diggs? All right, Zeke getting pulled down, gain of about 8. But this guy right here, let's take a quick look at him. This boy right here, this man right here. Trayvon Diggs, most interceptions in a season. Everson Walls, 11 in 1981 in team history for the Cowboys. Boom, Trayvon Diggs with 11. And guess what? He's going to break that fucking record. All right, I guarantee he gets more than 11 before the season ends. Trayvon Diggs, Aiden, I seen your son, HBO Hard Knocks, Zeke, rumbling and a bumbling, first down, Cowboys. Okay. Wow. What a shitty throw by fucking Heineke from Meineke, huh? My God. Air Whitey, if Jair Alexander was healthy, Lattimore wouldn't be a Pro Bowl corner. Woo, fighting words. I like both of the corners. Both of them are very, very good. Yeah, but that's kind of a dumbass comment, Nola. Adams on the Saints would be dope. Don't lie. Yeah, Adams on the Buccaneers would be dope too with Mike Evans and Godwin and AB. I mean, what are you trying to say? Davante Adams is the best wide receiver in the league. He would be dope on any team. Tell me something that I wouldn't know. Like, you're just stating the obvious. Come on, Nola. Dig deeper, my guy. Dig deeper. Tell me something that I don't already know. Come on, man. Stop stating the obvious. Of course, Davante Adams would be great on any team. Come on, my dude. I have him in fantasy football. I know. Come on, my dude. Nathan Dotson in the building. Cody Armstrong in the building. Finley in the building. What to do? Bird Gang in the building. Fly, Eagles, fly. I was at the game. Big dub. Also big dub from the Rams, too. I can't believe I'm about to say this, but hopefully the Cowboys win. Yes, you want the Cowboys to win, so that way you don't have to worry about Washington in contention. Let the Cowboys get the division and keep on winning, and then the Eagles just got to take care of business, and then them and the Niners obviously should be the 6th and the 7th seed as we're going into the playoff push. Chargers, they just got fucked up, man, by the Texans. Just, they didn't have Eckler playing. COVID. Mike Williams was out too. It's just Herbert's still a good football player, but he still needs help, and that's big facts. Allen counts. He knows it, baby. 11 interceptions by Diggs. Yeah, Diggs is incredible. Dak, 2nd and 6. Woo! Nice catch. First down, Cowboys, flag on the play. Good catch by Cooper, but that should be holding on the offensive line more than likely. The only thing that's going to be stacked in Nolans is some Pringles potato chips. All right, that's the only thing that's going to be stacked out there. You guys don't even have any fucking wide receivers. How is your wide receivers going to be stacked? Because you think that they're going to draft one? You're going to get Olave from Ohio State? Come on, stop dreaming, my dude. Stop dreaming. You got a long ways to go. You got a long ways to go, my dude. AFC West champ 6 times in a row, baby. Ryan Strick in the building. What to do? All right, Cowboys are driving, knocking on the door on the 12-yard line. Handoff. Fumble. Ooh. He coughed it up. And that's why Zeke should be on the bench. That's facts. Remember, Michael Thomas was great, but we don't know if he can stay healthy. I keep telling you that, and you just assume that I'm just bullshitting. I speak shit into existence, okay? I watch a lot of film. I watch a lot of teams. I don't watch just the Saints like you. I watch every team. You know what I mean? Just because you were great and you broke the record a couple years ago doesn't mean that you got the respect from the fans and obviously NFL personnel in the league. What you did a couple years ago was a couple years ago. I don't know if you can stay healthy anymore because in the last couple years, we haven't been able to see Michael Thomas stay on the field. So we'll see. But it wouldn't surprise me either way if he gets back to being dominant again or if he falls off. And, he can still be like, 11 through 20 wide receiver, but he might not be a top 5 wide receiver anymore. Every year is different. Lenny D in the building. What to do? Fly, Eagles, fly, my dude. Haven't seen you in a while. Playoffs. Dak Prescott, floater, wide open. Zeke, touchdown. Cowboys. We damn boys. Oh, baby. Dak Prescott going to his boy, Zeke. Okay. Let's watch this again. All right, Dak. He's in the pocket there. Zeke just gets flared out to the right-hand side. Wide open. Horrible defense by Washington. What's new? Washington, you fucking suck. Touchdown, Cowboys. Wow. 6-0 Dallas. Extra point is up. Right down the middle, and it's good. 7-0. We damn boys. Cowboys on top. Woo. I almost put the beer next to the cable box. That's a no-no. Happy holidays, y'all. Damn, Cowboys made that look fucking easy, huh? All right, Cowboys up 7-0. Hope everyone's having a fantastic day. Alan Counts in the building. Sarah Small in the building. Nathan Dotson in the building. Travis Cecil in the building. Honest take. Should there be any concern about the pair of bad snaps fumbles by Henny when Mahomes is no, because unless Mahomes gets the wind knocked out of him, if you think about Chad Henne, he's actually one of the more reliable guys. If you remember in the playoff push a couple years ago, he was one of the big reasons where he got that big first down for you, that big first drive. When he got in the game to pretty much win it for you guys when Mahomes went out. So I don't have any issues with Chad Henne whatsoever. I think you guys will be fine. No Travis Kelce, no problem. Like I said, having Tyreek in the game helped. But right now, no one wants to play the Packers and no one wants to play the Chiefs, period. Those are the two best teams in football. It's very clear. Can the Rams, the Buccaneers, Cowboys, or Cardinals contend with the Packers? Maybe, maybe for a couple quarters. But, I mean, it all depends on the health of the teams when we play each other in the playoffs, right? And on the AFC side, are the Chiefs beatable? Of course. You know what I mean? The Patriots, and there's a few other teams that can hang with them. But based on how their defense has been playing, defense is looking really good for, obviously, the Chiefs as of the last maybe 5, 6, 7 weeks. So, everyone talks about the offense, but really what's turned the team around is the defense. And I'm really proud of that because, I'm a defensive guy. I like defense. I like O-line. I like coaching. And I'm starting to see everything come together for the Packers and the Chiefs. And obviously, everyone wrote off the Chiefs. No one really has written off the Packers, except for maybe when they lost to the Saints week 1. And we were like, wow, Jameis Winston. But since then, they've been hot. All right. Rasul Douglas is a grown man. Damn right he is. Fantastic player. Eagles, what were you thinking? Never should have let a guy like that go. All right. Fantastic. It never broke, Alan. So the day that I fed it beer to see if it could, enjoy Corona beer as much as me, I spilled the beer on top of the cable box. It's got 1,000 pinholes that on the top of the box, it's not solid. So when you dump some water or accidentally your beer like I did, it goes right into the hardware and the circuit board. So I thought it was just going to blow up. My TV turned off. The cable box turned off. I shook it out, put it next to the fan, and aired it out, dried it out enough. Because I guess, if I would have spilled half of a beer or the whole beer, it would have been fucked. But it was only maybe like a quarter of a beer or less, and then it ended up turning back on for me. So thank God. So I'm not going to be putting beer on that side of my setup here ever again. So we are good. We are good. Odin's son, are you okay, my dude? Odin's son, he said, check the cash up, my boy. All right, my dude. Ooh, baby. The cash app, baby. Odin's son, my boy. $20, bro. Thank you, dude. Thank you. Thank you, my dude. Thank you. And it goes right into the account, which is awesome. Obviously with the way that, Cash App works and Zelle, you get it right away. They don't really take anything out of it, maybe $1, out of the donation, 50 cents, a quarter. If you end up doing the YouTube super chat, it's 1 month later, right? I get it. And then it doesn't come until, like the 20th or the 21st of the next month. And then Google and YouTube take their cut out of it. So thank you, man. It really, really means a lot. He said, fuck it, I'm pissed I'm here. I'm sorry that whatever happened, you can tell me on Instagram or Twitter. You can send me a message. But thank you so much. Odin's son is mad as hell, but he still has the gracious heart to dono to your boy. Chiefs in the building. My boy, Odin's son, who was Odin's child earlier, $20 dono on the Cash App. My boy, Chiefs. I love it, man. Appreciate you very, very much. Yeah, I saw the CEH thing, so we got to see how serious that is. I'm not too sure how serious it is going to be, but we'll see. Congratulations, Alan, on the new job, Getting a new job, a new beginning is always great. He says, I start tomorrow. I'm praying for you. I hope everything goes fantastic for you, and I'm glad to hear that, man. Shout out. All right, halfback toss. Antonio Gibson to the outside on 1st and 10. So I start at Barrel Factory tomorrow. I get paid $16 an hour, 4 days, 10 hours a day off Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Nice. Yeah, I was doing, I was at the saw place, and I was making like 15 something. You know what I mean? And they were just, the temp agency is just robbing you, because obviously with the temp agency, they're not going to pay you what the normal employees make. And then I ended up getting hired on just, a few weeks ago. And then I got like a $3 raise, which was great. And then I ended up getting another $1 raise on top of that for like the year-end review. So I ended up getting like a $4 raise, from pretty much the last couple weeks. So that's nice. For that hard work, it paid off. Ooh, bat it down. You don't want none of fucking Trayvon Diggs. Get out of here with that. Let's go. Really? Odin's son. Interesting. That's crazy, man. If you need to talk about it, you need to, send me a message. You send me a message anytime, man. Either on the Twitter, the Instagram, obviously, things get tough, you know what I mean? But I appreciate you very, very much, my dude. You're my dude, man. Before Holly Hundo, right, before Shep, there was Odin's child, Odin's son. He really kept the channel afloat, with the donations, in the off season and in general. It was, if it wasn't for him, you know what I mean? There a lot of those streams that when I was really grinding it out, it would have been like very, very low numbers, on the donation side. And he really kept things afloat. So I'll never forget you for that, man. It's a big thing. And I really appreciate you still sticking around and hanging out with your boy. It means a lot. Chiefs Kingdom always supports your boy. The Eagles fans donate heavy. Right, the Saints fans donate, the Chiefs fans donate. Those are probably the biggest three fan bases that donate the most. And I'll never forget you guys. And of course, there's other fan bases that donate, but it seems like more people from the Eagles, the Saints, and the Chiefs fan base really show that appreciation, and it means a lot. CD hitting the edge. Washington with the punt. Loyal Ram in the building. What do you do? Getting back on track. The Packers doing their thing. You guys got on track. Tampa got back on track from that 9-0 loss. But all the injuries are just piling up, and I hate it, man. It's like I just want to be hot and healthy. That way I have a good chance to at least try to repeat, at least try to get to the NFC Championship game, try to get to the Super Bowl. But I have to be honest. I don't know if I'm going to do it this year. The injuries are just every single week. It's another guy. And it's a significant piece, that's getting hurt. So it's like, oh, man, unless the other teams like the Packers and the Rams and the Cardinals and Cowboys have similar injuries, I don't know if I'm going to be able to keep up. I'm hoping that we can keep up with everyone else. But, we still got, Brady and, we still got the coaching staff. But a lot of key pieces like Godwin going down. It's how are you supposed to replace that? You don't replace Chris Godwin. You just don't. So it is what it is, though. Marcos Pineda, 12th man. Go Seahawks. What up, everyone? Happy holidays. What to do, man? My boy, Marcos Pineda, Seahawks in the building. Matt Payton in the building from Hawaii. Yo, what up? Go Ducks, baby. We might lose to Oklahoma by 30. I'll still do the live stream for that, for Georgia, Michigan, as well as Alabama, Cincinnati, and the Natty. So I'll be doing a few bowl games in college football. But I guess, hey, we just got to pray for the best that we find a way to win. But don't hold your breath. We'll probably lose by like a shitload against Oklahoma. But at least we got Dan Lanning, Georgia's DC, as our new head coach. Okay, we got Bo Nix coming over from Auburn. So I think there is going to be some amazing football to watch. We actually got a motherfucker that can throw, not the LeBron lookalike, Anthony Brown, who absolutely sucks. He might be the only player on the Ducks that I've ever criticized. I've never criticized any other Duck player besides Anthony Brown. He might be the shittiest player that we've had in 20 years, 25 years. Ever since I was a little kid. I can't think of one other player that has got that many wins, but those losses against Utah and just the way that he plays throughout the season is just so fucking frustrating. Thank God he's a senior, because I could not live for another 2-3 years of that type of football. You know what I'm saying? Jesus Christ. Anthony Brown, out of here. All right. See you later, buddy. All right. Bo Nix, come on down. All right. Come on down to the Price is Right. Dan Lanning and the Oregon Ducks. USC should be good. Utah will be good, but it'll be nice to have Bo Nix there. I feel bad for Ty Thompson because he's been waiting and waiting and waiting for his chance. He'll be able to fight for it. But realistically, Bo Nix has been a starter for 3 years. He'll probably get the job by default. That's facts. David Goldstein in the building. Eagles are back in the playoff picture. No, the Eagles are going to the playoffs. Niners at 6, Eagles at 7. I know that you still got the Saints and you still got the Vikings, but I feel pretty confident that the Eagles are going to get that 7 spot. And, for all the haters that said that they were going to win only 3 games this year, suck it. All right. They're actually showing that they're much better. Now, just imagine if Sirianni actually ran the football in the first month of the season. Shit, you guys might be even leading the division right now. You might be 10-4 like the Cowboys. You know what I mean? But with that being said, you still got to be happy of the direction of the team. Carson Wentz played throughout pretty much the whole season, injury-free. So you still get the 3 first-rounders, and you might be going to the playoffs this year. Congratulations, my dude. So Hardman pulled a Maverick e-brake Top Gun. Yep. Goose showed up in KC. First down and 10. Dak, play action fake to Tony Pollard. Floater. Woo! Nice catch by C.D. Lamb. NFC will beat each other up. The Super Bowl will be a chance for the NFC champ to rest and coast to victory at SoFi. We'll see. We'll see, man. The thing about Cowboys, our offense has been playing like they should, and it wasn't for our defense. We lost most of the games the past 6 weeks. Yeah, offense has been a little up and down, but defense with Diggs and Micah Parsons is my favorite rookie. Obviously he's showing that he could be a top 5 linebacker in the league already. Woo! C.D. Lamb, offsides on the defense. First down, Cowboys. Move the chains. Finley, what happened to Tyler Shuck? He transferred at the beginning of the year when Anthony Brown led the team in the bowl game the previous year, right? He knew that his playing time was up, that he was done. So he transferred over to Texas Tech at the beginning of this year, right? Played for them and played really well, right? But then he got hurt like in the middle of the season, and he was balling out there for him. I mean, he was having 200, 300, 400-yard games. So he transferred out, so we don't have him anymore. Loyal Ram. I kind of hate me some Joey Harrington. I love Joey Harrington. Love him. I got one of the rarest Duck jerseys. I got a 2000 white sewn Oregon Duck jersey. Super rare. I love Joey. Captain Comeback. I love Joey. Mariota. Obviously Herbert. There's certain guys that I love, and I'll never say anything bad about Joey Harrington. He never panned out in the NFL, but who would have? On the Detroit Lions with that shitty O-line, anyone would have failed. Just like Carr on the Texans, you know what I mean? If those guys would have went to other teams, they probably would have played a little bit longer. They wouldn't have been great, but they probably ended up being like second string guys and backups somewhere else, and their careers could have lasted a little bit longer. I love me some Joey Harrington, man. I wear that Joey Harrington jersey with pride out here too, man. It's a showstopper. Not a lot of people have it. I've never seen another one online ever. I've never seen another person wear one. The Joey Harrington green and black sewn jersey, that's the common one. The one that I got is like extremely rare. Like I said, I would have paid probably $300 for it, $350, and I think I got it for like $35 from some guy in Ohio that didn't know what he had. I was like, $35? Shit, I would have paid $350 for that. I know how rare it is, and I ended up scooping it up about a year and a half ago, and I absolutely love it, my dude. Finley, man. Anthony Brown's horrible, though. I mean, if you watched any of the Ducks games, nice catch by Amari Cooper. Anthony Brown can't throw. I mean, he can be a dual threat with his legs. Decision-making, horrible. He can't throw the football long. He can't throw it short. He can't throw it intermediate. The team gave up on him. It's just, when you have a shitty quarterback, Oregon is always known for good quarterback play. We might not be able to win the Natty, but we should be able to compete for the Pac-12, compete for the Pac-12 championship, compete for a Rose Bowl. And if we get to a Natty, we'll probably lose, but it's normally because we got a pretty good QB. And this is the worst QB we've had in like 20 years, easily. Dak, wide open, touchdown, Cowboys. Dalton Schultz, but I think it's coming back due to a hold. Let's see if it's a holding on the O-line or not. Christmas was great, man. Let's see what we got here as the call. Laundry on the field. Holding. Defense. Ooh, baby. Touchdown, Cowboys. Dalton Schultz from Dak Prescott. Okay. Extra point is up, and it's good. $14-0 Cowboys, huh? Dalton Schultz, huh? All right, my boy. I see you. I had to find a nice little, HD photo of you. Dalton Schultz, I see you. Guys, this game already over already? Your boy's going to stay for the whole thing. I got a lot of beer to drink, a lot of gummies to take. But Dalton Schultz, all right, you making plays. Hey, Trayvon Diggs, hey, 11 picks for the season. Got a pick early on. I see you. Man, Cowboys getting hot at the right time. Dak, you've seen a little bit of Amari Cooper. All right, a little Zeke. All right, a little CD Lamb. But we haven't seen this guy yet. And this is the one that I want to show the most. Micah fucking Parsons, my favorite player on the Cowboys. All right. We damn boys. I see you. I see you. All right, let's take that comment down. Bring the band back up. So that way, boom. All right, Cowboys. Okay. We damn boys. 14-0 Cowboys. Okay. I see you. Yeah, Anthony Ramirez, Christmas was good, man. How was yours? Christmas was good, man. You know, definitely got to hang out with my dad. Went and saw my mom here early in the afternoon. Things are good. Things are good. CEH collarbone x-ray came back negative. MRI tomorrow to see how serious it is. Ryan Strick, I'm hoping it ends up being okay because CEH has had some injury problems this season. Harrington jersey's rare. I wasn't even born yet. I heard of Harrington, but the Mariota jersey's rare too. But this Harrington jersey is even more rare than any Mariota. I got Mariotas. You know, I got all kinds. I got LaMichael James. I got DeAnthony Thomas. I got all kinds of Duck jerseys. But the white sewn Joey Harrington jersey from like the early 2000s, and it's not, you know, like a knockoff. It's actually a Nike sewn official Nike jersey when he was on that Heisman campaign. And they didn't make a whole lot of them back then. And I got my hands on one, and I absolutely love it, man. Alan Counts. So I just can't believe we're the second seed from where we were last year. Hey, what do you think it is? Defensive coordinator, my dude. Dan Quinn, my guy. Defense. Micah Parsons, Diggs coming out of nowhere. You know what I mean? It's impressive. Very impressive. All right. Let's go. I'm glad the stream ended up kind of, you know, filtering out, because for a while in the first couple minutes, it was all like kind of choppy, and I was like, God damn it, am I gonna have to end this fucking stream and start a new one? But after like the first 2 minutes, it kind of cleared out, and doesn't look like we're having any problems here. Cheers. Appreciate you guys, man. Your Christmas was great. Good. That's great to hear, man. I ended up getting a Foco Tom Brady bobblehead from my dad, something that I never would buy for myself. I don't really buy Brady stuff. I'm a defensive guy, but it was like $100 bauble. I don't think I'm going to take it out of the box because I'm a collector. Got that. I got this really incredible pennant from their Super Bowl win last season with a bunch of the players on it. It's like extra large pennant. Super dope. Got a bunch of Duck, hoodies, gloves, socks, T-shirts, some Ken Griffey Jr. stuff, because obviously I'm a big Ken Griffey Jr. guy, big Ducks guy, big Buccaneer guy. So it was great, man. Got to spend some time with the family. Ham. Obviously with the mashed potatoes, the gravy, the stuffing, all the little fixins. So things were good. Got, some leftovers. Went to the dispensary today. We had snow today, even though it melted. And we're supposed to have snow pretty much every day from now until maybe Thursday or Friday. So that might make things kind of difficult for work. But it was amazing to see the snow, even if it melted away. Handoff, Antonio Gibson, gain of a couple. 14-0 Cowboys. All right, you boys got to multitask. People don't really. Marcos Pineda, Rick says, "What up? Go Bears, bro!" Can you believe that game? I don't know if you guys ended up watching it together, right? But how the hell did the Bears win that game? I mean, the Seahawks were in control for a little bit, and I was like, "Oh, the Seahawks might end up winning the game." But hey, two teams that have a lot of potential moving forward down the road. A lot of holes, a lot of injuries. Obviously, Nagy needs to go. I think Rick already knows that. Any fucking Bears fan, knows that Nagy needs to go. But Justin Fields has got a bright future. They just need to. If Allen Robinson's out, Mooney looks nice. You got to get someone better than Cole Kmet. The defense has never been the same since Vic Fangio left. So I'm looking forward to see what they can do to blow up the coaching staff. And once they do that, and if Aaron Rodgers leaves, there'll be some openings for the Vikings, the Lions, and the Bears in the future. And with the Seahawks, hey, Dangerous, Russell Wilson, Mr. Unlimited, right? Him and Carroll might be both gone. It might be one of them gone. I don't really know, but it's going to be kind of like one of those things. It's going to take some time to get back to, being that team that you remember from a few years back. Intercepted! Oh, baby, Cowboys just raking the fucking Washington football team. DeMarcus Lawrence, touchdown, Cowboys. Are you kidding me? Wow. Oh. Let's watch this again. Horrible camera angles by fucking NBC here. Tipped it. Give me that, motherfucker. Woo! Look at that with the hurdle. Wow. Are you fucking kidding me? Are you kidding me? He said freaky. It was freaky. Shut the fuck up, Collinsworth. Wow. Fucking Cowboys. Extra point is up, and it's good. Washington football team, you fucking suck. Suck it. Wow, what an athletic play. What an athletic play by this guy, DeMarcus Lawrence. Dan Quinn says, fuck yeah. I fucking love it. Let me tip it to myself and run it back for a touchdown. Wow. Fucking incredible, huh? Jesus. I'm glad I'm not a fucking Washington football team fan. Disgusting. 21-0. Cowboys are up. If you root for the Washington football team, get a new team because this motherfucker is over already. 21-0. Embarrassing. Nice. Stephen McGinnis says, bear down. Bear down. Said Harbaugh, if that's how you spell it, to Chicago. You need someone better than Harbaugh. I don't know if you're talking about Jim or John. You know what I mean? You need someone better than that. Are you talking about Jim from Michigan or are you talking about John from Baltimore? I assume you're talking about Jim, right? Is that who you're talking about? You need something better than that, though. Yeah, how did Nagy get the job? Another touchdown. There better be some donos in the building for all these touchdowns that I'm getting. You feel me? Wow. Cowboys-Packers NFC Championship game? Could be. I mean, the Cowboys defense might be the defense that gives the Packers the most problems, but it just depends on, if you can get to that point and you can end up playing each other. We'll have to kind of wait and see. DeMarcus Lawrence, I see you. Wow. Incredible, huh? Jesus, dude. You just never know what's going to happen in the NFL. You never know. You never know what's going to happen. Pitchy, pitchy, woo-woo. Pitchy, pitchy, woo-woo. 21, skunk mercy rule. Wow. Grossi's dad is a Cowboys fan. Okay, just like Scooter Magruder. Yeah, Aaron Whiting. You could say fuck the Cowboys because maybe they were the biggest threat, to Green Bay. But you never know what kind of Cowboys team you're going to get. It'll be a team like this, or it could be a team that gets their ass kicked. You know what I mean? It's just like, it's all about consistency, and you don't really know what you're going to get in this NFL season. But as of today, they look fantastic. I mean, they look legit. You know what I mean? Like this kind of Cowboys team, but they are at home. If you're on the road, usually it's a different outcome. We saw them play Washington a couple weeks ago, right? Hey, defense wins championships. It's facts. Where the hell have you been? Where the hell have you been? Bear down. Bear down. 21-0 Cowboys. Your boys got all the voices. Got all the catchphrases, all the nicknames. Okay? No mercy. Where the hell have you been? Yo, won't let me super chat or donate on here right now. SMH. I got to check the bank account. The bank account. Check the bank account. The debit, the credit, the debit. It's all good, my dude. If you get it figured out, you let me know. You can do the Cash App. You can do the YouTube super chat. Anything that you do. Shit, I had someone from last night, Kip and Amanda, they donated to me through PayPal, which was cool. Hey, I'll take it, man. Whatever way you need to donate, Zelle, PayPal, Cash App, YouTube super chat, whatever you want to do. Your boy's always going to be hustling. Your boy's always going to be grinding, man. So let's think about it. You got at least a week of game planning. How does Washington plan to start the game? Let's just take a predetermined shot at Trayvon Diggs. Like, you know what I mean? He's like Dion. At this point, like, why are you throwing in his direction? Like, you really think that he's not that good of a player when he's already at 10 picks? He's already proven that he's the best corner in the league today. Besides obviously Jalen Ramsey, as far as like, getting the big plays, getting the interceptions. No one has more interceptions than him at the corner position. So yeah, very mind-boggling. Hey, but that's why some teams are good and some teams are trash. Okay? It's very clear. First down and 10. Heineke, play action fake. Going long, going deep. Wow, what a catch. First down, Washington. I'll tell you what, though. If you do end up having Heineke for Meineke and you're throwing to Scary Terry McLaurin, all right, he's a guy that can make any catch anywhere on the field. Scary Terry, to me, is a top 12 wide receiver, and in most cases, he plays like a top 10. All right, you know, if you got Scary Terry McLaurin, he can make plays all over the field. But this play right here, wow. That's what they did need. That's maybe what they thought they were going to get on that first play of the game. In double coverage, too. Way to go up and get it. All right, man, I see you. DeAndre Carter, first down, Washington. Looks like they're going to get on the board. Finally get to use some of these little pop-ups up here. Okay. All right, Washington. I don't know how often I'm going to be using the pop-ups for you, boy. All right. Well, I'll give you a little bit of love. I see you. I see you. Hope everyone's having a fantastic day. Happy holidays. Grind to 25K subs. Subscribe to the channel. Smash that like button. Donate to your boy if you can. Cash App, $ORIONNWSF on the YouTube Super Chat right here. And if you're looking for merch, Northwest Sports Fanatic merch, link is below every video on the YouTube page. Follow me. Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Instagram. Good defense. NW Sports Fanatics. Let's go. I think Trayvon Diggs has played better than Marcus Peters, though. Marcus Peters was great on the Chiefs. It was always a ball hawk. And obviously, you're going to give up some yards. I get it. But I think, you know, Diggs is a big part of why they're 10-4. You know, same thing goes, you know, with Micah Parsons, you know. So, I mean, you can, if you want to, you know, do a little jab there, you know what I mean? Just because you're a Chiefs guy, why can't you just appreciate good football? Trayvon Diggs has been fantastic for football because he's that one name that no one expected that he was going to be good. You know what I mean? That's the problem. Everyone loves to hate. See, those little subtle jabs, instead of giving credit to Trayvon Diggs being a great player this year, you got to kind of compare him to someone that was on your team a few years ago and Marcus Peters. Come on, man. Just appreciate greatness when you see it. All right? Play action fake. But hey, I can't blame you. A lot of people are haters out there and they only like their team, their players. You know, I'm not. You know, I'm a guy that loves the league in general, all the teams in general. I don't have hate for Belichick or New England or the Cowboys. If someone's great, you know, you don't need to take little subtle jabs at them. Trayvon Diggs has been fantastic. Can we just enjoy, even if it's a team that you don't like in the Cowboys, that Diggs has been balling? Micah Parsons has been balling. I mean, it's football, man. And can't you just appreciate the greatness? Maybe you can't, but I know I can. Diggs is the man, dude. Got to give him credit. Because there's no way, even if Diggs was at 5 picks, we'd be talking about him, let alone at 11. You know what I'm saying? Give the guy some fucking credit, my dude. Second and goal. 21-0 Cowboys. See if the clock is going to run out, and the clock runs out. End of the first quarter, 21-0. We damn boys beating the shit out of Washington. But we got to see if he can keep it up, though. Consistency is everything. – 21-0 Cowboys. End of the first quarter. Unbelievable. All right, you know, and the Cowboys are 10-4. You got to realize the impact of having a guy that came out of nowhere. We already knew Marcus Peters was a good player. You know, I mean, we knew Marcus Peters was going to make plays. He was a ball hawk. Everywhere he goes, he makes plays. But I don't think anyone going into this season knew even who fucking Trayvon Diggs was, besides HBO Hard Knocks. And you saw him and his son, you know, him talking about, hey, are you Patrick Mahomes? And he's like, oh, I mean, Dak Prescott. Then we got to see him a little bit. But normally you see guys that are featured on Hard Knocks, and they don't pan out to be anything. And this guy ended up being, you know, not only pretty good, very good, and leading the league in picks. So, I mean, for me, I like to appreciate the greatness. I don't like to make jabs or hate. You know what I mean? Just appreciate what you're seeing right now, because you might not see a season like this again from him. And you might not see a season like this from another player in a few years as well. So, Jace Olsen in the building. What to do? Gang. So remember when Marcus Peters got his head took off versus the Niners and he ran back that pick six? Or he took off, what did he do? Take off his socks or whatever? and then threw him into the crowd. I remember there's been all kinds of crazy plays with Marcus Peters. You know what I mean? But he's always been a ball hawk. Richard Sherman too, and I mean, earlier in their careers, they were always getting picks. And who knows if Trayvon Diggs will have a good season like this next year or the year after. But it's just nice. You know what I mean? You got Dan Quinn. I mean, you had a defense last year that not only was the worst defense in the league last year for the Cowboys, you bring in Dan Quinn, and people are like, oh, he can't be a head coach. He was good as a coordinator in Seattle, but he was horrible in Atlanta. Well, obviously, he's a good coordinator. Come over to the Cowboys, and year one, he turned things around already. And they had the worst defense in NFL history, let alone the worst defense in the NFL last year. We're talking about in history, giving up all those yards. So, I mean, Dan Quinn, as good as he is, we thought maybe this would take like 2 or 3 years for them to be like average. We didn't think it was going to be this quick, this kind of impact. But also picking Micah Parsons instead of maybe getting a Surtain or a J.C. Horn, that really played into their favor as well, because obviously you had guys like Sean Lee, Leighton Vander Esch. Some of these guys are just injured. And it's nice to be able to see guys like Micah Parsons ball out as well as Diggs. Facts. I love them. Don't like it that, some of the other guys are going to have to be waiting a little bit longer, like Ty Thompson, but hey, it should help us win some games. Avoids the sack lunch. Heineke overthrows his intended receiver, Adam Humphries, formerly of the Buccaneers. Pass incomplete. Yeah, I mean, sometimes you can't appreciate players because you love your team and your players so much until they retire. And then you go back and look and be like, wow, what they accomplished. You know what I mean? Because the rivalries run so deep in your blood and you just don't want to give other guys credit. The reason I give credit and I don't have bias is because I know you never know that player might end up on your team down the road. So you talk shit, and then all of a sudden 3 years later in free agency, they join your team. Then what? You're going to talk shit about them still? No, you're going to support them. So Antonio Gibson diving in the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. Okay. Taylor Heineke, Antonio Gibson. Okay, finally they get on the board. Nice pass. Wide open. Where's the fucking coverage? Did he get in? Yeah, he got in. He's waving. He said, bye. Touchdown, Washington. Washington fan base, they like it. They're smiling. Hey, you're still down 21-6, though. Let me see something here. Let me see something, Washington. Get in that huddle. You're down by quite a bit. Extra point is up. And it's good. All right. 21-7, Dallas. Happy holidays. Merry Christmas. Happy holidays. Happy New Year. Appreciate all you guys very, very much. See, I never took anything away from him. I just compared him to a Pro Bowl corner. Well, why'd you have to compare him to your guy? Can't you just give him credit and say he's a good player? You know what I mean? Come on, man. So what's next? Heineke gets benched, and here comes Logan Thomas. The tight end plays QB. I don't know if we'll go that far. I don't know. I just think a lot of people are haters, just in general. It's a lot easier to hate than to be supportive. You know what I mean? It's like when someone's grinding and they have a dream, and if you see it on your feed, you know what I mean? And the initial response from most people isn't like, yeah, I want to support that person. I'm going to like their video or I'm going to share it. It's more like, well, fuck that guy. I can do that. Or, that's kind of the natural response, it seems like, from a lot of people out there. Not to be supportive, to be jealous, or they don't have a lane, or they don't have a dream that they're working on. So they get jealous and have to just be fucking negative. You know what I mean? That's a problem with our society nowadays, that we don't support each other, especially when you see someone grinding, and working really hard, instead of encouraging them and supporting them. It's more easy for people to be fucking negative and just to be a hater. That's why there's so many fucking haters out there nowadays. You know what I mean? But I'll never be a hater. I'll always support, my friends, and I'll always support, people that I believe in as well. So that's facts. Alan Counts. He says, I always support you. Appreciate that. Well, people on YouTube will support me, but I'll get people on my Facebook You know what I mean? Like kind of like the pretenders. You know what I mean? They're just like following me on Facebook just to kind of spy on me, seeing what I'm up to. You know what I mean? But I do get some people that genuinely support me and watch the videos, but then you'll get the people that will lie, just for like clout or just to be like cool. Like, yeah, I watch all your videos and this and that. I can tell who watches and who shares and who donates, who doesn't. I know all the stats. So, no reason to front. It's either you watch or you don't. You don't need to lie about it. You know what I mean? Is autocorrect? It's all good, my dude. It's all good, my dude. Senile in the building. What to do? $21-7 Dallas. All right, second quarter. Yeah, but it's just nice to be able to feel appreciated for all the hard work and the because people don't realize it's like if you got 2 full-time jobs, if I'm doing my full-time job and I'm doing physical labor, I'm unloading trailers, and that shit is not easy. I got to wear a mask all day long, a KN95 mask, and I'm sweating. I'm tired. I have no energy. If I never told anyone on YouTube that I did that prior, you would never believe me, that I would be able to come out with this much energy, every single time I stream. Like, I don't have a bad stream. It's always going to be high energy. We're going to have fun. We're going to talk about a number of things. We'll talk about NFL, college football. We'll talk about AEW, WWE, maybe talk about COVID or life or depression or addiction or maybe the new Spider-Man movie. Well, a little bit of everything. We're going to talk about a little bit of everything on the stream. So, and the fans are the best. You guys are the best fans on planet Earth. Fanatic family, I love you. Appreciate you very much. And shout out to Grossi Posse as well. Really come to, have a special kind of relationship, with Tom and the Grossi Posse, Holly Hundo, and a lot of y'all. Appreciate you guys very, very much. Air Whitey, my boy. It's all good. Can't donate if you're negative 2 hundo, Alan Counts. I get it, man. How's your gaming setup going? I haven't been able to ask you about that. I know you invested a shitload in your new gaming setup. How's that been treating you? I know the pictures that you sent me for your gaming setup look fucking wild. Amazing gaming chair, amazing, fucking screen. Everything looked fucking wild, bro. Dak going long, going deep, wide open. Michael Gallup galloping all the way to the first down. Okay, move the chains. 41 yards. Dak Prescott to Michael fucking Gallup. Okay, I see you, Dak. Dak. Dak is underrated too. A lot of people hate on Dak because he's on the Cowboys. You know what I mean? I would take him on Tampa Bay. You know what I mean? He's gotten better and better. It's like he had problems in the red zone earlier in his career. You know what I mean? He's become a better leader. You know what I mean? He makes everyone around him better. He's well respected. He came back from that big injury. You got to understand too, it's not like he was a first-round pick either. Anytime you're, from Mississippi State, you end up being like a 3rd, 4th, 5th rounder. You're not like at the top of the board. No one expects anything. You're a project QB. No one expects anything. And he's definitely surpassed the expectations for not only the Cowboys fans, but I think NFL fans in general. Whether you love the Cowboys or you hate them, he's a pretty good quarterback. I mean, he's a top 10 quarterback. That's facts. Dak. Scrambling, gambling, high stepping. First down, Cowboys. Move the chains. Yeah, paying the bills. Trust me, I know that. I had to pay my credit card. Like I ended up getting, $100, from my dad plus like a bunch of gifts. And instead of being able to buy shoes or, buy something like, for myself with it, I had to pay my credit card. Like my credit card bill was like 90 and it's like the due date is like in a day. So it's like, and then with the snow coming, it's like I had to deposit it in the bank and just pay it. So it's like, sometimes it sucks. It's like you end up getting a present and then you don't even get to spend the fucking money. You know what I mean? Like, I'm glad I got it. Otherwise, I would have had to borrow it, some money just to pay the bill on time because you don't want to be late on your bills and whatnot. But, I just got to be blessed, I guess, that I ended up getting that as a gift and I can use that. But you know how that goes, man. It's like I'm grinding on 2 jobs and rent costs a lot more. You got a lot of bills and You know what I mean? People are like, oh, look at all the donations and all the money you make. But, after YouTube takes their cut, it's not like I'm making as much as it seems. You know what I mean? I'm making okay. But, I mean, if they didn't take such a big percentage out, it would be much better. That's why I like the Zelle, the PayPal, the Cash App donations really help, because that way I can get it directly, immediately, and they don't take as much from their cut. It's like 25 cents, 50 cents, $1, not like 40%. It's like someone donates $100 to me and I get 60 or like 65. That's fucking insane. Like, Jesus, dude. I'm getting this as a donation. There's no reason for you to take that much, but hey, I guess that's why YouTube and Google are rich, right? They're just eating off all the YouTubers. 3rd down and 2. 21-7 Cowboys. Shotgun set. Hand off to Zeke with a blocker downfield. Push his ass. Put your head down. Looks like he was very close to hitting the pay dirt in the end zone, but they may call him down on the 1-yard line. I need to go get another beer here in a second. But I hope everyone's having a fantastic day. Happy holidays. Merry Christmas. Sunday night football. Tomorrow we end up having the Saints and the Miami Dolphins. I'll be here. I'll be grinding it out. I have tomorrow off from work, paid, just like I had Friday off paid, which is nice with this company. They definitely take care of you. That looks like a touchdown, doesn't it? That looks like a touchdown. Where's his knee at, though? Let me see. Yeah, that's a touchdown. I think he was still in the air. In the air. That's a touchdown. All right, Zeke Elliott. I still like Tony Pollard more than you, but when you put out performances, when you actually start running the football effectively, don't fumble it. You know what I mean? Don't do any bonehead shit where you're shaking and baking and dancing left and right. Just put your foot down and go downhill. I got a nice 1-2 punch. I mean, if we can get Zeke to play like Zeke from his rookie year, plus a Tony Pollard, with a Dak and a Gallup and a Cooper and a CeeDee Lamb, with a Micah Parsons and a DeMarcus Lawrence and all the rest with Trayvon Diggs, Cowboys are dangerous. Extra point is up, and it's good. Wow, 28-7. We damn boys. Cowboys are up. Just got to get that nose ring out of your nose, my dude. That is not a good look. He's like, I look handsome with this nose ring. No, you do not. Fantastic. 28-7. Cowboys up. My God. Yeah, a lot of wide receivers are going to be available. Godwin, but he had the injury. Allen Robinson hasn't really had the same top 10 wide receiver type of season because him and Fields haven't really had that, that kind of relationship and that chemistry. It's more Mooney right now has been really the guy. Gallup, obviously one of the best third option wide receivers on any team, and he could definitely help any team out, right? Devontae Adams, we'll see where he goes. It'll be very, very interesting to see who's got money and where these guys end up. Facts. Finley says, somebody please stop the damn match. Damn it. Brimstone to hell. Oh, yeah. Well, like I said, I mean, if Devontae Adams can leave, I mean, going to the Raiders with Carr, if Carr's still starting, I mean, they played at Fresno State. That would seem like a logical place for him to go. And that would take the Raiders to a whole nother level if you get a Devontae Adams there. And then people will stop, saying that Carr's a shitty quarterback, because I don't think he is. I think a lot of their problems is coaching, OC, offensive line, and defense. I don't think you can really talk a lot of shit about Waller, Josh Jacobs, or Carr. I think those guys are solid. Hunter Renfrow also. It's all the others that fucking suck. The coaching, all right, the play calling, the defense. There's all these other factors, but then everyone wants to talk shit about Carr. I like Carr. I would take him on Tampa Bay. Just saying. Odin's son. That's what they say, but I don't think that's true. They're definitely, I mean, if Russell Wilson becomes available and they, decide to trade him off or whatever, it's not like they're going to be like, oh, we want Daniel Jones over Russell Wilson. You know what I mean? You don't want to be sticking with Danny Dimes. He fucking sucks. Joe Judge, if you want to stick with him for another year or two, fine. But Danny needs to leave. That's facts. He said he got the nose ring to show the defense he's a bull. You're buying some AEW merch? Good man, dude. I've already bought an AEW merch. I mean, when they first debuted, I got the AEW T-shirt, the logo, and the AEW hoodie. So I got year one AEW merch. Yeah, I'm an AEW for life, baby. WWE, you lost me, man. You lost me. I canceled my fucking Peacock subscription. I mean, maybe when they end up having some good pay-per-views again, maybe I'll buy it again. I don't know. Look at the Washington football team players talking shit to each other. Oh shit. Ooh, he punched him. Pain. Wow. He put his finger on the guy's temple and he punched him back. Dude, wow. Washington Redskins, Washington football team. You suck, dude. A lot of dysfunction. Look at them all talking shit. Wow. Straight try to punch his own player in the head. Like, you don't do that. Oh, it's 12 noon. You know what time it is? Time for sack lunch. Micah fucking Parsons. Let's go. You know this dude is the man. Woo, baby. Micah fucking Parsons, baby. Let's go. Micah Parsons and that defense got the Washington people on the bench punching each other in the face. That's not a good look. That's not a good look. That's a lot of dysfunction right there. That they're getting so frustrated that they're going to go and put their finger on one of the teammates' temples, and you think that the guy's going to take that? Of course he's going to throw a punch and try to punch back. I am glad I am not a Washington football team fan. That is embarrassing. That is embarrassing. Wow. Flag on the play. Getting fucking destroyed. I love it. My God. Gray. You got a long ways to go, man. You know what I mean? The dysfunction in that locker room. You don't do that, man. I don't care how frustrated you are. You take it out on the other team. You don't do that to another player on your bench. Like, what are you thinking, dude? You're going to go after Jonathan Allen? It's like all these Alabama players, with all the whatever, the reputation, like all these guys are great players from Bama. It's like, dude, you are losing your cool when you're going to end up trying to go after one of your own teammates. That friendship's over. Bye. Man, oh, man. Stop the damn match. By God in heavens. Ooh, nice run. Shake and bake. Antonio Gibson. First down, Washington. Yeah, where is the ejection for throwing the punch? I guess it doesn't matter, right? I guess it doesn't matter when you do it on your own bench, right? It's funny that the cameraman caught that at the right time, though. They're like, hey, look at this. Because if we didn't see that, we probably would have never known about it. We would have heard about it at the end of the game, right? But then they actually showed it. It's like, oh, let's show the dysfunction. That's crazy. I don't think I've seen that all year. Someone doing that to their other teammate on the bench. That shows you the dysfunction is a motherfucking real. You don't put your hands on a grown man like that, let alone a defensive lineman. Like, I don't care if you're Payne or, you're Chase Young or Jonathan Allen. They're all beasts. Like, what are you thinking, dude? You just lost a lot of people right there, bro. You lost a lot of people. Get off the drugs, my guy. Get off the Kool-Aid. You lost a lot of respect, my dude. There ain't no apologies. You ain't coming back from that, my dude. My God. Of course, everyone just says, fuck Dan Snyder. That's what all the Redskin fans or Washington football teams fans do. But at some point, you know what I mean? You got to have some accountability, for your roster. My God. Man. Dysfunctional. Yeah, like I said, it's one thing to do it against the other team, and you just get frustrated, and you go and try to punch them, or you try to blow some knees out. I have had some teams trying to go after my team. Let's just go after their knees and just blow some knees out. ACL, MCL, PCL tears. Do a little dirty hitting. You know what I mean? But man, I don't think I've seen that all year. Let alone a big boy going after another big boy. Little check down. Cowboys just got them all fucked up in the head, huh? Yeah, Jonathan Allen is good. Payne is good. Chase Young is good. I mean, they got a lot of good players, but they didn't really live up to the expectations. Like, they were supposed to be that D line the same as like Tampa's, with Sue and Vea and Shaq Barrett. They were supposed to have that same type of impact, or like Aaron Donald. Like, they were supposed to have the same impact as the Bucs and the Rams D line, but they didn't have the same impact this year. Yeah, crazy, man. 28-7 Cowboys. I mean, certain teams are just made of dysfunction, and it's just hard for them to get out of the dysfunction when you've just been dysfunctional year in and year out. But we did see Washington make the playoffs last year, so it's not like, this team has not made the playoffs in like 15 years or 10 years. You know what I mean? They found to have some success from time to time, but that was not a good look. And he almost connected on that punch. Like, imagine if they would have like knocked him out. Like, if we would have saw a world star and he just would have, boom, just right in the face and just knocked him out. Damn, that was. He said, well, he did this. Anytime you're a grown man and then he said, fuck you, and put his finger on his temple, it was obviously, complaining about, hey, you missed your assignment, or why don't you fucking tackle someone, or, something like that. You blew your fucking assignment, or, wherever you were supposed to be. He's like, fuck you, put his finger on the guy's temple. Guy fucking swung at him. He didn't really get him full in the face. He kind of dodged it. Didn't get a full punch in the face back. But, yeah, I'm glad that's not my team. James Sizemore in the building. What to do? Travis C. So frustration, arguments, all that shit happens. So get it off your chest and push on. Yeah. But if you don't even have your coaches, like acknowledge that happened, and then you send the guy to the locker room or discipline him, it's like, dude, that guy's gone. If I saw that shit, I'm like, dude, you're out, dude. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't care if that there's like implications for playoffs or whatever, dude. You got to hold people accountable. You know what I mean? You don't just let the guy, just sit there and, keep kind of like, stewing over it and just, still being pissed off. Like, because who knows if it happens again, if someone else said something. So I imagine we'll hear, after the game is over, we'll hear what happened. They'll interview those guys, and I imagine they'll say no comment. But eventually someone will leak, those other guys that were around trying to break it up. Someone will say something. But I mean, anyone that does this, if you're sitting on the bench and someone puts their finger in your temple, you are going to punch back. Like, I don't know anyone that would get this and they would just stand there and be like, oh, I'm going to take it. Fuck that. You know what I mean? Lack of leadership, lack of respect. Yeah. Sad, man. And like, we don't want to see that, but that was, I didn't expect that to happen. Man. JT, no, it is not. Come on, man. You got to get on the schedule, my boy. Yeah, it's good for Burrow, man. I think it's awesome that he ended up doing that. I mean, there's been plenty of teams that have been doing that to Cincinnati for years and years and years. It's good for Burrow to, flex his muscles and stick his chest out a little bit and put up some big yards. All right, I need to go get a beer.
Write that in the list. We've heard the show a million times. 20-yard line. Prescott off the fake, throws cross. Right here. Tony Pollard flag down.
One of these days, I'm going to be doing this, and then the glass is going to break, and I'm going to get glass in my eye. Like, oh! Let's go. Extremely angry, you think? Come on, Michelle Tafoya. Be better than that. Extremely angry? Well, no shit. Motherfucker put his finger on the motherfucker's temple, and he fucking threw a punch back. Yeah, I think they were more than just a little bit fired up. Come on. Come on, Michelle Tafoya. Chiefs got nothing to worry about, my dude. Come on, Trick. You know what I mean? Chiefs got nothing to worry about. Everyone's going after him now. Yeah, Packers and Chiefs, they look very, very good. And I'm glad for you guys. And I told Holly Hundo when you guys were struggling, don't hop off the wagon. Just let, you have an extra game this year. There's going to be times where, no one ever thought Mahomes would hit the wall like he did. And everyone was like, oh, we figured him out from that Tampa Super Bowl. Nice throw, nice catch. First down, Cowboys. Dak to D's nuts, CD Lamb. All right. But Mahomes, we never thought that he would have got figured out and then struggle like he did. We thought, okay, he's the number one quarterback. He's always going to be the number one quarterback. He's always going to throw for 3, 4, 5 touchdowns. He's untouchable. Right. But then the Super Bowl happened. And then we were like, okay. And then he went into the year, started off pretty strong. And then in October, November, kind of hit a wall for a little bit. But, every great player hits a wall at some point in their career. Maybe this wall and this struggles were a little bit longer than we expected for someone that's the number one rated QB in the NFL since he's come in. All right. And been starting for the Chiefs. But just got to give it time. A lot of it to me was play calling, the lack of a running game, CEH injured, and the defense playing shitty. And now the defense is getting better. CEH got injured again, but at least he was back. And the play calling has gotten better. And you're starting to see Mahomes kind of get back into a rhythm. You know what I mean? But there's other factors than just Mahomes. But like I said, when a team does good, the quarterback gets all the praise. When a team does bad, he gets all the disrespect and all the bullshit, right? But as a football fan, we know it's more than just one guy. You don't win a Super Bowl with just one guy. It's a team game. Facts. Oh, baby. 28-7 Cowboys. Any given Sunday, Monday, or Thursday, Cowboys in the red zone. Dak is just making it look so easy out there, isn't he? First down, Cowboys. Michael Gallup. First and goal. Get Tony Pollard in there. It's about Tony Pollard time, isn't it? You know what I mean? You have a feeling about a player. It's yeah, you got Gallup, you got CD, you got Cooper, right? But at this point, it's you want to throw him off guard a little bit. Why don't we go a little Tony Pollard? You know what I mean? I think this is about the time where he's fresh. You can put him in. He'll score. I mean, the Redskins, a.k.a. Washington football team's fucking imploding in front of our very eyes. You like Gallup? Obviously, Godwin would be great for any team too, but, I mean, that injury sucks. That really probably ended my chances of going to another Super Bowl and winning another Super Bowl with Godwin going down, but I got to pray that we can find a way. But if we fall short, I hope we fall short to the Packers, and I hope it's Packers-Chiefs in the Super Bowl. I mean, I would rather have Packers, lose to me, but, I mean, the way that they've been playing, I mean, it's tough to say if I can even beat them this year. Bucs-Chiefs would be great for a rematch, but as you know, it's very hard to have a team go back to the Super Bowl once they've already been there, let alone a rematch of the same teams. That's almost unheard of, because injuries, free agency, shit happens. It's very unlikely to have two teams, even as great as they are with Brady and Mahomes, play each other again. It just doesn't happen. I'm not saying it's impossible, but it's not likely. So the Chiefs are probably likely to get there, but for my Bucs, with all the injuries, it doesn't look like it's very likely. But yeah, Brady. So, hey, if you have Brady, you always have a shot. Dak going to Gallup, incomplete. Good defense right there. Nice fade route. Travis says, no, rematch or bust. Yeah, but what happens if the Bucs play the Chiefs again and the Bucs win? Are you guys going to be able to recover from that? Or what are you going to – I mean, how would you guys really feel about that? Shrick, Odin's son, Travis, as a Chiefs Kingdom family member, right? And you know what I mean? How would that feel, though? You go through the playoffs and you wipe the floor with everyone in the AFC, right? We beat the Packers, let's say, and the Cowboys or whatever. We get to the Super Bowl and we play you guys again. And maybe you throw a touchdown pass with Mahomes or two, but you guys lose. I mean, that would be tough, right? I mean, it's not like you're not going to get back to the Super Bowl again, even if you did lose this year to the Bucs again. Your guys are built for long-term success. Regardless if Bieniemy leaves or not, you're going to have to replace Honey Badger, Travis Kelce, get another player to pair up with Tyreek sooner than later. But as long as you keep building the roster and you can compete with the AFC and kind of keep most of your core, I mean, you would assume the Chiefs should be pretty fucking good for the next 10 years. That should be the team to beat. You know what I mean? Even if they have their struggles. You know, that's like the new New England Patriots of the AFC is the Kansas City Chiefs. So, and I know it would be very painful to go to the Super Bowl again and lose, but if it was a rematch and we lost again, I guess it would be best of 5. Yeah. But you know what the thing is that what are the chances of Tom and my team getting there again? You know, if we get there this year, that's one thing. But I don't know how many more years after this year that we're going to still be able to be very, very competitive. I mean, with free agency, injuries, I don't know how long Tampa Bay's reign is going to be. I mean, like for me, it's always been short term. I thought maybe a couple years of being competitive, and then we'll see who we bring in after Tom. Unless Tom plays till he's 50 the next 6 years, and if he still plays till he's 50 and he's still good and he's still competitive, a top 10 quarterback, then, you know, maybe we will be competitive for the next 5 or 6 years. But I don't know if anyone really thinks that Tom's going to play till he's 50, but I guess we don't really know until what we see happens this season and next year. You know what I mean? It's facts. Strick says, if you beat us again, then we're actually healthy. Now just have to wait till Brady goes the fuck away. Yeah, exactly, right? Just like Peyton Manning or any of like the legends. Sometimes you just got to wait for that motherfucker to leave, right? I get it, dude. I get it. My reign isn't going to be forever. I mean, trust me. I thought Super Bowl 37 against the Raiders was going to be the only Super Bowl I ever saw. Dak. Oh, play action to the lineman. Number 78. Eligible receiver. My God. Are you kidding me? Cowboys pulling out all the stops. Woo, baby. My God. Jerry Jones is like, yeah, baby. I'm going to go get myself a special massage tonight. I got to call Robert Kraft up. I need to get myself one of those special massages. Jesus. Dak. Telling you. I am telling you. If the Cowboys play like this, I mean, this is at home, remember. If they're on the road, the Cowboys don't play like this. You know, they definitely, every team plays better at home unless you're the Arizona Cardinals, okay? Extra point is up. Extra point is up, and it's good, okay? But, God, when the Cowboys are on, they are on. But, again, Washington's not a very good football team either. So, if you're in the playoffs, you're going to play someone much better than that. But big props to them, dude. My God. My God. What an ass whooping, huh? I imagine most Washington football team, Redskin fans, turn the TV off. I would be embarrassed, man. Embarrassing. You already gave up 35, and it's not even halftime yet. All right, just updated the score. And I'll tell you what, as I look at the teams in the NFC, all right, we got the Packers, the best. I'm not going to say Buccaneers because it's not true. I'm not a fucking bandwagon guy. Packers look very, very good. Cowboys, I'll put them up there. Rams, and then I'll put my Buccaneers, and then Cardinals, and then, whoever else, Niners, Saints, Eagles, any of those teams there, right? Like, who really has the best shot right now to be able to compete with the big dogs? If the Packers are the best team, maybe the Rams and the Cowboys got the best shot. I mean, just because the injuries have been taking a toll with Tampa. I mean, I know I can still compete. And I know I can still win, but we got to see who's healthy once the playoffs start. Because if Lombardi, Lenny's fucked up, Evans is fucked up, Godwin's out, we got to see if AB can stay healthy, Levante David, all these other guys. I mean, I'm hoping that we can be healthy again, but I don't know. Maybe this is just not the year for me. Travis, you wish, baby. You wish, baby. Yeah, 92, 93, and 95, man. But this is like one of the better teams the Cowboys have had, and it's because of the defense. You know what I mean? The defense, the special teams, Dan Quinn, Diggs, Micah Parsons. I mean, you legitimately got like a top 5, top 6 linebacker. I think he's that good. It's like you got Darius Leonard, you got Devin White, you got Fred Warner, you got Bobby Wagner. I think Micah Parsons is right in that same kind of category, and he's a rookie. And then you're getting this amazing play from Diggs as well, which pretty much cancels out one side of the field. I mean, Cowboys defense is legit. And if the offense is playing like that and the defense is playing very similar, I mean, it might be one of the only teams that might be able to keep up with Green Bay or might be able to make Green Bay uncomfortable, even at home at Lambeau. You know what I mean? I think Dallas, if they can play good, consistent football, they might be the team that has the best shot of beating Green Bay on the road. I think the Rams and the Bucks have a great shot too. I don't think the Cardinals do, or like the Niners or the Eagles or the Saints. It's pretty much, I think, Cowboys, Rams, Buccaneers. Those might be the only teams that could beat Green Bay in Lambeau. And you want to play your best football in December, right? You want to get hot and healthy at the right time. What a performance by Dallas. Stephen A. Smith's a fucking moron. He don't know anything about sports. I don't even know how he has that goddamn job. He's wrong about everything all the time. NBA, NFL, the motherfucker's wrong about everything. Steele with the touchdown. He's like, give me that football. I want that. Well, there's a dysfunctional team if I've ever seen one. Yeah, of course he wants the ball. Heineke. Nice catch. Antonio Gibson. Is Scary Terry McLaurin even fucking playing out there? I mean, if it was me, that would be where I would be going almost every fucking play. Him or Gibson. My God. Let me look at the box score. Let me see. I don't see him on the oh yeah, no, he is there. He just doesn't have any catches yet. He's out there. How the hell do you not throw the football to Scary Terry McLaurin? Like seriously, I know you're down by a shitload, but you got like a top 12 wide receiver, top 10, a guy that wins his matchup almost every time. Some teams have great coaching. Some teams have booty coaching. My God. There's just so many bad sports personalities, that are out there. Oh, Chief's gone Chief. He figured out his bank account. My check-ins, my savings, my check-in. Bang, 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 bang. $5. Yo, I hope all is well. How about them Chiefs? Chief's gone Chief. Appreciate you, man. $5, my boy. Appreciate you. Hey, Chiefs look good, man. Chiefs and Packers looking like the best two teams in football, right? Period. And I'm really happy for the Chiefs because, like I said, out of all the teams in the NFL, right, as a Bucs fan, my favorite team to watch other than the Bucs is hands down the Chiefs, and it has been. Ever since they got Mahomes, it's exciting, man. It's like, I don't even know how to describe it. It's like watching the dream team. It's like watching an all-star team. You know what I mean? It's like when I watch Kelsey and Tyreek and Mahomes, and I love defense. I love Honey Badger. Nick Bolton is fucking a stud. You know what I mean? You got Frank Clark. You got Chris Jones. Chris Jones? Like, you got guys like Hitchens that makes plays once in a while. Snead. You guys got, some nice players. They're really, really entertaining and fun to watch. I mean, if you don't enjoy watching Chiefs football, I don't know what you're watching, man. It's like some of the most enjoyable football to watch as a fan of the league in general. It's exciting, man. Sports talk is all about the engagement. Don't care about the takes. Well, like a lot of these guys, it's all bias. You know what I mean? It's just like, it's all for argument's sake. You know what I mean? Just to get like, the reactions, from people. Like when they do like power rankings and they have the Chiefs at like 5. Like, of course we know the Chiefs aren't the 5th best team, but they do that shit on purpose to like get the fans to be like, you're an idiot. Like, you know what I mean? They do it on purpose, just like fucking with everybody. But like, I don't know. I just don't like the fakeness of sports talk. You know what I mean? There's just so many people out there that are fake. And that's why I really, take things a different way. Like with my channel, I always give you 100% what it is. I'll say things that other people are afraid to say. I call it right down the middle. I'll call out my team. I'll say when they're good. I'll say when they're bad. I'll appreciate greatness on any team, even if it's on a rival like the Saints, the Panthers, or the Falcons. And it's like, you get respect that way. You don't get respect by saying dumb takes. You know what I mean? But I don't know. There's just a lot of horrible sports takes and a lot of horrible people that are on TV, podcasts, everywhere, anywhere that you can hear something sports related. I mean, at least we have some guys that actually know football, like me, Grossi. You know what I mean? There's a few of us out there that really do have a passion for the game that aren't fucking idiots. You know what I mean? Like we actually do know the league. Heineke. Birdman in the building. What to do? 35-7. Hey, I'm still grinding. Trenton Donati in the building. What to do? Yeah, Jonathan Taylor, Cooper Kupp, obviously like Brady, and there's a lot of guys that you can throw into the mix, you know what I mean, that are going to be in the, Rodgers. I mean, those got to be the four guys that got to be talked about the most, right? Rodgers, Brady, Jonathan Taylor, and Cooper Kupp. Those are the four that have been like the most probably outstanding. I mean, I like it for like Trayvon Diggs to get a little bit more love, but he's a corner, and they're not going to give a corner that type of record, or that type of award. Unless the corner got like 20 picks, then maybe they'd be like, okay, we have to give it to this guy, like the second coming of Dion, Or if you got a guy that got, 25 sack lunches and then broke the record, you know what I mean? Like it has to be something crazy for like a defensive guy to get really recognized. Will the Thrill from Scotland in the building. What to do? Chiefs gone Chief. Yeah, I'll try to do some more of them. It just depends on the time. And you know what I mean? Like I said, it's like one of those things. It's like I could do reaction videos, for almost all the games, but then I don't really get any compensation for it. I know I can get more subs and I can get more views based off those videos. People can watch them anytime they want. But I like doing the live streams and having the interaction. So even though there might be less people watching, but the donations really help. And like I said, when you have two jobs and you're putting in all your passion and your energy on everything, it's like, what would you rather have me do? You want me to do no live streams and you just want me to do reaction videos the whole season? Or, once in a while do a live stream? It's like, I feel kind of reaction videos are kind of like old news. You know what I mean? Like that's something that was popular a couple years ago, but it's not really the same anymore. Like, will people still watch them? Yeah. But really, you're seeing people elevate their game on YouTube, being able to have the skill set to be able to call a game, to multitask, talk on the chat, call a game, and, be entertaining and to be able to go live play-by-play and reaction. Because a lot of people out there on YouTube can't do it. You know what I mean? Or they try to do it and they're not good. You know what I mean? Not everyone can do a reaction video and be entertaining. You know what I mean? There's a lot of people out there that are not good at it. Not good at reaction videos, not good at live streams. They can't call live play-by-play and reaction, So the people that can, obviously we are above and beyond a lot of these other people that are out there. So TN Jose, look at the bottom of the ticker, my dude. It's there, 35-7. Second quarter, Cowboys are up. I will always have the score down on the ticker on the StreamYard until I find out a scoreboard I can use on here. Ooh, big hit. Amari Cooper, first down, Dallas. Okay, Will the Thrill. Sounds good, my dude. Yeah, game 35-7 Cowboys. TN Jose, my dude, what to do? Jameis Meza, what to do? Tighten up. How are you?
Unfortunately, we're trying to work his feet along the boundary, just couldn't quite focus in on the ball enough.
Yeah, it's been complete domination from beginning to end. Cowboys even had the Washington football players try to punch each other on the sideline. Deron Payne put his finger on Jonathan Allen's temple, and Allen punched him in the face. Didn't get a clear punch, but there's a lot of problems on the sideline. A lot of frustration happens. Kendall Cooper in the building. What to do? How are you? Gang. 35-7 Cowboys. 1 minute left in the second quarter. Third down and 10. Make sure you guys subscribe to the channel. Smash that like button either now or on your way out. Donate to your boy if you can. Cash App, $ORIONNWSF on the YouTube Super Chat right here. And if you're looking for merch, Northwest Sports Fanatic merch, link is below every video on the YouTube page. Follow me, Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, NW Sports Fanatics. Gang. Damn, everyone's getting involved today. Seriously, where is he? Like, you got a player like Scary Terry McLaurin. It's not like he's an okay receiver. I mean, he's like a top 12, top 10. Jameis Meza, you doing good? Good to hear, man. Good to hear. I was hoping that this game would be a little bit closer, but hey, Cowboys are ready for the postseason. It's clear. This might be the biggest threat to the Packers. Even though the Bucs could be a threat, The Rams could be a threat. The Cardinals aren't a threat to anyone. I mean, the Cardinals are sus, dude. They don't even have a home field advantage at home. All right. They're a pretender. All right. Shit, you might be able to get the Niners, Eagles, or Saints beating Arizona in the playoffs. And I'm not even lying right now. Like, I don't have any confidence in Arizona, which is sad. Oh, almost a sack lunch, but Dak says, fuck that. I'm throwing it out of bounds. Right to Jonathan Allen. He said, at least I can catch something, motherfucker. All right. But if Dallas's defense can play, like this, you know what I mean, and get to the quarterback, get interceptions, make life, hard for Aaron Rodgers. As great as Aaron Rodgers and Devontae Adams, is, and Aaron Jones, who Aaron Jones. We know if a defense wins championships, defense wins the big games in the NFC championship game and the divisional. You'll always will get upsets in the wild card round every year. But once it goes to the divisional and the NFC, AFC championship game, things start to kind of form and you kind of have an idea of who the better team is. You know what I mean? Second down and 10, 51 seconds left in the second quarter. Dak. It's like I'm watching like a college football team going against like a Pop Warner team. It's like I feel like I'm watching like Alabama, who is the Cowboys, and the Washington football team is my Oregon Ducks. It's like I'm trying my best, but I just can't compete with the big dogs. I feel like that's what I'm watching right now. The lack of effort from Washington. Embarrassing. Use eCam. John Sizemore, I can do that with StreamYard. Yeah, let me know if you have any links or anything. Let me know. Like I have scoreboards that I can use for my OBS, but OBS is really working my computer really hard. And even with my good internet, I have like 250 up, 250 down. Sometimes there's some lagging and whatnot. And if you can let me know, going long, going deep. Oh, what happened to my hands? But if you have any information on, programs that I can use for a custom scoreboard where I can, change the logos for the teams and I can put in the football and the score and everything like that. I'm looking for that. You know what I mean? I can do it on OBS, but like I said, the overall, like kind of like streamlined production, sometimes it's kind of laggy and I don't like that. And this one's got the ticker and this one I can bring the messages on the screen. The one thing that I want to put up is a scoreboard, but I haven't been able to find one that I really like. So it's called eCam, huh? Is it an app? What is it, like something that I buy? Like, do I have to pay for it? Is it free? Give me some more information, John. Give me some info, my dude. You send me a message on Twitter or Instagram if you follow me on there. Send me some fucking links, dude. I've been asking people on here for the last couple weeks, and I haven't got anybody. I was about to ask Grossi, if he had some suggestions for me on like what I could use for a scoreboard, because I know we're going to end up doing a collab this season when the Packers and the Bucks play. So that's already confirmed, and that's going to take the channel to a whole nother level. But I do want a scoreboard for StreamYard, but I haven't been able to figure out how to implement one in, and one that I like that's good enough. So 18 seconds left, 4th down and 2. Ooh, big hit. Dalton Schultz gave him a fucking pop. Even caught the flag there. Yeah, give me some information. eCam, never heard of it. Now I got to look it up. What the fuck is eCam? eCam Live for OBS. eCam. Oh, it's actually a program. It's not. It's like a StreamYard, huh?
The bigger story, though, is the player himself.
Yeah, so Schultz makes his 7th catch.
So I guess it's another program. Yeah, maybe I'll have to look it up. I'm already paying for StreamYard. OBS is free. I'm already paying for StreamYard. I mean, I don't want to be paying for, 3 or 4 different streaming options. And then if I, pay for this eCam and then I can't figure it out, I don't want to be wasting my money either. So I just need to know how to bring the scoreboard over, right, on eCam. So if eCam is like StreamYard, what's the program that I bring over with the scoreboard? Because I can do it on OBS and I can layer stuff. on OBS, and I can just, click and drag, and I can copy the file, and I can, do the scoreboard on there. But yeah, definitely got to do some more research and see what I can use. 35-7 Cowboys. Dak, floater, touchdown Cowboys. Wow. Amari Cooper. Dak Prescott, Amari Cooper, Dak Prescott. My God. The Washington football team is officially a JV football team. You might as well quit. It doesn't matter if you're the Redskins, the Washington football team, the Red Wolves. You might as well just quit. This is ugly. My God. I'd be embarrassed if I was a Washington football team fan right now. Jesus Christ. Kick is up, and it's good. 42 points at halftime. Most ever by the Cowboys in the first half. 1969 against what, Philly? Wow.
Whatever era that you want to name is the best era of his life, because he has been just so good tonight.
12 plays, all passes. Started back at the 11-yard line. So Prescott was 27 of 35.
And there really has not been
42-7. I need to take some gummies after that. Jesus. Today's show is sponsored by Grand Pearl Gummies, Blackberry Lemonade, THC, all right, CBN and CBD. All right, it's got cannabis oil. Take a couple of these, you'll be good. And I got the wild gummies here as well. I think I'm going to eat a piece of pizza here, drink some more beer, take some gummies. My God.
I think Mike knows exactly what he's sitting on right now. And maybe he had a little something to do, who knows, but Tyron Smith sitting out and wanting to get him exactly right before they started.
42-7. Jesus. All right. Time to gummies activated.
Prescott looking fabulous tonight. 9 different receivers. And next week, Arizona comes in here. What a big game that is for the Cardinals, who were 10-2 and are now 10-5. And then Dallas finishes up with Philadelphia.
Shit. Maybe I'll fall asleep during the stream. That might be more entertaining watching me sleep than watching the fucking Washington football team play football. My God.
Coming up next time at halftime, Marito and Drew to show you what's on tap. Okay.
Jack already passed 4 touchdown passes, and it's halftime. That's the most he's had.
Halftime, 42-7. Can they forfeit at half? My God. Shit, I might eat the whole box of gummies and just fall asleep on the stream, huh? Ecamm Live. Ecamm Live versus OneStream versus StreamYard. Yeah, I need to figure out what to use. I just need to figure out how do I put a scoreboard up, because I can do it on, like I said, OBS, but I haven't been able to figure out the scoreboard part of it. Add a scoreboard to your Ecamm workflow. Hopefully I can figure it out. All right. Go take a shit. Go take a piss. Get some snacks. I'm going to go get some pizza. I'll be right back.
deal.
Did you know that every new Toyota comes with Toyota Care? A 2-year or 25,000-mile maintenance plan and roadside assistance. The value of a Toyota just keeps getting better.
It all ends January 3rd.
Toyota, let's go places.
Say hello to 2022 with Xfinity, and you'll get fast and reliable internet for only $19.99 a month for 12 months. Plus, you can get 6 times the speed for the same price when you add Xfinity Mobile. That's more speed and more value. Say hello to kicking off the year with this amazing offer. And with Xfinity Mobile, you can get a 5G phone on us and $300 back during our Xfinity Hello 2022 sales event. Click, call, or visit a store today.
Hey Oregon, did you know everyone 5 years and older is now eligible to get a free COVID-19 vaccine? We know some of us still have questions. Well, here are the facts. COVID-19 vaccines are safe and effective. The vaccine still protects against highly contagious variants like Delta. It's rare for vaccinated people to get COVID-19, but if that happens, the vaccine makes it much less likely that you'll feel symptoms or end up in the hospital. Have more questions about the COVID-19 vaccine? Get them answered at safestrongoregon.org.
How to change the way you pizza. Step 1, grab a delicious Papa Murphy's pizza. Step 2, bake. Step 3, chow down on the deliciousness. Right now, get the Cowboy pizza for just $13. Papa Murphy's.
Rivermark Community Credit Union, now open in Vancouver.
Welcome to the Toyota Halftime. Let's go places.
It's been a big day for big men. Check out offensive lineman Terrence Steele getting the TD as Dallas rolls on Washington. 42-7 at the half. And plus, everyone's getting involved in the offense for the Cowboys. Welcome back inside the studio. Maria Taylor alongside Tony Dungy and Drew Brees. And we want to get you caught up with all of the highlights from this week. And we start in the AFC. Coach, it was the Chargers battling Houston. The Chargers needed a win, but it was the Texans who had a
Bad day for the Chargers. Justin Herbert, a few ill-advised throws, and the Chargers defense could not stop the run.
Now the Chargers are on the outside looking into the playoffs, and next week it's Denver in LA. We'll see what happens with the Chargers. And Drew Mahomes, the Chiefs, just rolling in without Travis Kelce.
Yeah, no Travis Kelce, no problem. Guys like Hardman, Pringle, everybody's stepping up.
Over 375 yards of total offense for the Chiefs, and still the number 1 seed in the AFC. Baltimore Ravens, another loss. Cincinnati, a lot of big plays.
Speaking of no problem, just wide open receivers all day. Joe Burrow was hot, over 500 yards passing.
Yeah, the 4th most in a game in NFL history for big play Burrow. A huge win for the Bengals. Buffalo, New England Bills come out on top.
Yeah, Josh Allen was rolling today, leading rusher for his team once again, and making big plays in the passing game. He was a one-man show today.
Okay, so Buffalo retakes the lead in the AFC East, but check it out. 7 teams are separated by just 1 game for the 7 seeds. So the last 2 weeks of the season are going to be great. All right, let's take a look at the NFC. Tampa Bay taking on Carolina. 57% of the offense is missing, no problem.
Keep throwing to whoever's open. Here was Cameron Brate.
Meanwhile, Los Angeles Rams headed to Minnesota. Odell Beckham Jr. really getting it.
Yeah, it wasn't their sharpest game. Turned the ball over a few times, but Cooper Kupp had a big 4th quarter, and OBJ just continues to build chemistry with Stafford.
The Eagles rolled in the second half against the Giants.
Yeah, it was passing game today, not necessarily the running game that did it.
And they get the win 34-10. That's another big man with a touchdown. That's Lane Johnson for the TD. So that's the best of Week 16. Now we find out what that means for our playoff picture. Steve Bernanke is here.
Yeah, Maria, well, that Eagle win, that Viking loss, you can see it. The Eagles now moving into the top 7, in the 7 spot right now in the NFC. And that really is the drama when it comes to the playoffs on the NFC side. These top 5 teams all have clinched playoff berths. So the question is those final 2 wild card spots. And remember, New Orleans, they play Miami tomorrow. If New Orleans can win that game, they get to 8-7. We'd have 3 8-7 teams. The New Orleans probability would jump to 60%. the probability for the Niners and the Eagles would take a
What?
little bit of a hit as well. We'd have 3 teams tied going for the final 2 spots. Now, you could play it out a number of ways, and there are tiebreaker scenarios that would favor the Niners, but there's one I'd flag that would not. If all 3 of these teams, the Saints, the Eagles, and the Niners, win out and
All right. Yo, boy is back. I got pizza. I got beer. I made the girlfriend some popcorn. Let's go.
It's a high probability for them, but there are some dangerous scenarios for the Niners right now.
All right, appreciate it, Steve. Well, you heard him, Coach. If the Eagles win out, they make it into the playoffs, and you like the way they're playing.
I really do. I love what they're doing. They know who they are. Jalen Hurts is our quarterback. We're going to be a running football team and include running Hurts. So you have to bring that safety up to stop that run. Now we got some young receivers.
Washington football team rage quit. Like we can all, like when you play Madden, like when you play that person, and then you're down by like 40 in the second quarter. You're like, quit. Yeah, Washington football team locker room. Delete. We love it, don't we? Anybody's better than Anthony Brown. I mean, I've never criticized an Oregon Duck player in 20 years. That's the first one. Absolute trash. Thank God he's a senior. Now we have, I was hoping for Ty Thompson to get his shot. You know what I mean? But Bo Nix, 3-time, 3-year starter for Auburn. And we got Dan Lanning at, our head coach, the best DC in college football. I like it, man. All we can do is go up. Pizza schmitza. It's like, I don't know, pepperonis or salamis with some like ground beef and olives and mushrooms. There's all kinds of stuff on this. It's very good though. Delete. I imagine they'll give him, both a fair shot. But I would assume Bo Nix will be starting because he's been a 3-year starter at Auburn. And why wouldn't you want to start a guy like that that's had success not only against Oregon, against Herbert a couple years ago, like 2019. Remember, they played Auburn the opening game of the season, remember? And we lost. We almost beat them. But Bo Nix was the quarterback, and he's had some good wins. He might not be an NFL, quarterback. I don't know if he'll be good enough to get drafted in the NFL. If he is, it'll probably be like a late round pick probably, unless he has an amazing season with Oregon. But, hey, anybody can be better than Anthony Brown, right? I mean, I imagine we're going to lose the bowl game to Oklahoma by like 30. I mean, I imagine it's going to get fucking ugly. I'll still do the live stream for it, but, no Kayvon Thibodeau. I mean, I don't want him to tear an ACL. So he's not playing, so I don't blame him. You know what I mean? But I imagine we're going to get fucking smoked. Just like the Redskins, a.k.a. Washington football team's getting smoked by the Cowboys right now. Might be a similar score.
It's the final days of the Ford Get Holiday Ready sales event. Your last chance to get the best deals of the year.
Get 0 for 60 plus 1,000 bonus cash on Escape, Ranger, or F-150 at your local Northwest Ford dealer.
The holidays are doubly important this year. So make your celebrations doubly special with our award-winning Cave.
Cheers, y'all.
Fred Meyer. Hey, you're right. We can't stop now.
Delete. Yeah, man, it's over, dude. It's over, man. You know what I mean? You got to realize that the era of good football with Seattle is over. Pete Carroll, dangerous. I mean, it's, they're going to have to rebuild. They're going to have to rebuild. They're going to have to figure out if they're going to get rid of both guys or one of the guys. I mean, sad to say, you had a great run. You got some Super Bowls out of it, but it's time to kind of look forward. You know what I mean? Imagine if the Cowboys score 65. But remember, anytime a team is up like this, what are they going to do? Good teams run the football. They bleed the clock. They're not going to go after Washington and throw the football the same kind of way they did in the first half. At least you wouldn't think so. You know what I mean? So I would imagine a lot of running, a lot of Tony Pollard, a lot of Zeke, a lot of the backups will get in, and then they'll probably finish the game under 60. I would assume that they'll probably put up, a couple more field goals, maybe a touchdown or two, but I imagine it'll be under 60 points. It'd be probably somewhere in the 50s. And then I don't know if Washington will score anymore. Maybe they'll add another field goal or touchdown in garbage time. But yeah, I mean, imagine if they just went after it. You know what I mean? And it's like if they scored the same amount in the first half and the second half, they said, we don't give a fuck about anybody. And then they throw up like in 84? That would be crazy. That's like some Madden shit, like me playing against young Olin Madden. 84 points scored in the NFL. I mean, but that's like, I don't know. It's like rubbing it in. You don't need to do that, Yeah, I still got Christmas Day leftovers too. I got ham, mashed potatoes, gravy. What else? Potatoes au gratin and cheesy potatoes and all kinds of broccoli and cheese and all kinds of stuff. But I can only eat that so much. Just like Thanksgiving, leftovers. I mean, I'm a fatty. You know what I mean? I'm a foodie and I'm a fatty. So it's like, sometimes I want like a Big Carl, or I want, Carl's Jr. or like a Jack in the Box, or maybe I want a piece of pizza. You know what I mean? Like I can't just eat the same food over and over and over. I mean, I like leftovers and all, but I mean, I'm a guy that likes tacos and burgers and pizza. I mean, I'm an all-American guy. You know what I mean? Like, I know sometimes I shouldn't eat as much as I do, but I mean, there's one thing. Do I want to work out, like every day and have a six-pack and never eat the food that I love, or be a little bit fat and enjoy the food and enjoy my life? You know what I mean? Of course, there has to be a limit on how much you eat because, obviously I got diabetes in the family and I don't want to get like overweight to the point where I die, due to diabetes. But I'll tell you what, I enjoy my food, pizza, pasta, tacos, burgers, any of the, spaghetti, chicken Alfredo. I mean, you name it, I probably love it. Seafood, lobster, crabs, you know what I mean? Lobster tail. I mean, you name it. I pretty much will eat it. Indian food, Mexican food, Asian food. Give me some Panda Express, whatever it is, man. I just love food. I'm a foodie. A fatty and a foodie. That's me. Yeah, the game is already back. I got to eat a little bit of pizza. What the hell?
Not playing up to his capabilities. Certainly is tonight.
If you're going, I haven't seen anything like that in a long time. It's because you haven't. Prescott with 10 completions of 10 yards or more.
10 completions of 10 yards or more. All right. Third quarter. Hang out with your boy, man. I know the game is a blowout. You know what I mean? The game is over. You still hang out with your boy. It's Sunday night. What else is everyone else doing? Some people got to work tomorrow. Some people don't. Hey, I'm just enjoying myself. Nathan Dodson Carson has improved. Of course he has. And Seattle defense top 10, delete. I know you like the Oregon Ducks and you like the Seahawks. Stop trolling, dude. They're nowhere near top 10. Maybe when they had the Legion of Boom back in the day. All right. You got Bobby Wagner, Jamal Adams. He's hurt. You don't have Frank Clark anymore. No, Seattle is not a top 10 defense. Stop it. They might put up a top 10 performance, once in a while. But there's a reason why Seattle isn't good this year, not just because Russell got hurt. You know what I mean? They're just not on the same level as the other teams in the NFC West or the NFC in general. Come on, delete. What do you want me to say? Yeah, they're a top 10 team. They're top 5. Just enjoy Russell and Pete Carroll this season because, like I said, there's a good chance that you might not have either one of them next year or very shortly. It might be one or the other. Pete Carroll might get fired. Schneider should have been fired years ago. Pete Carroll, it might be time to, move on from him, but I don't know if you're going to get someone better. And Russell is like almost irreplaceable, but I know he wants to go to a bigger city. So we'll have to wait and see.
against McLaurin, and McLaurin certainly has been one of the best receivers in all of football and is the top contested catch guy in the league, and yet time after time it has been Trayvon Diggs making the plays.
In the dictionary, that's the definition of a shotgun corner.
Heineke for Meineke throwing it into the turf. That was a good play. They should give him points for that. Like every time they incomplete a pass, they should get like 3 points. 42-7. And I've seen Tampa Bay get their ass kicked before, but not like this. Not like this. Nathan Dotson, you think WWE would ever go back to any? No. They don't care about the fans. They only care about the money and the kids. And Vince thinks he knows, and he's got the pulse on wrestling. He's losing so many fans to AEW. You know what I mean? You're getting the WCW fans to hop over, the ECW fans to hop over, the NJPW fans, the ROH fans. You're getting all the fans, you know, that enjoy wrestling, good storyline, good commentating. Like the only thing they have left is Pat McAfee and Michael Cole. Roman Reigns. I mean, they only have a few things that are like, you know, and a lot of those things aren't even worth watching for me. I won't even lie. I don't watch Raw, SmackDown, or NXT anymore. I don't. They lost me, man. The pay-per-views have been bad. The shows have been bad. I mean, I'll watch Dynamite and Rampage, and I'll watch the AEW stuff because it's worth watching. You know what I mean? I would rather watch the jobber wrestlers on AEW with the reaction of the fan base and how we appreciate everyone, even the lower name guys and girls, than watch the top tier guys on WWE. That's how bad it's gotten. That I won't even do it, man. I canceled my Peacock subscription. Will I, you know, start it up again to do like a watch party for a WWE pay-per-view? Probably. You know what I mean? Because I know, you know, some of you also like that shit, but you know, I'm AEW, and I've been AEW since day one. Thank God for Tony Khan, and thank God for, you know, them bringing on another federation that they won't sell to Vince. You know what I mean? Because ever since Nitro and WCW died and ECW died, I mean, that was a part of when wrestling died. You know, they should have still kept those federations around. You know what I mean? But Vince is just a tyrant, and he wants to own everything. And, you know, they got lazy and they got complacent, and they were the only federation for a long time. And that if you wanted to watch wrestling, that's all you had. NXT, SmackDown, or Raw, and you had to take it. But now you have an alternative, and the wrestling is much better. I mean, think about this. The first 3 champs of AEW aren't even wrestling, and they're still beating WWE in ratings and overall entertainment value. Chris Jericho, not wrestling right now. Okay. John Moxley, not wrestling right now. Kenny Omega, not on TV right now. And they're still dominating. You got Adam Hangman Page. You got, you know, Daniel Bryan, a.k.a. Bryan Danielson. I mean, you got a lot of the Lucha Bros, the Young Bucks. I mean, you got so many good things in AEW. It's just a shame that WWE hasn't figured it out. We want to see high-flying action. We want to see teams, factions. You know what I mean? You want to be able to have great guys on the mic. You want the fans to get excited. You don't get that excitement anymore. And they're in like this like delusional mode. Like they're like, oh, the fans aren't going to leave. And a lot of them have left. There's still going to be some people that are loyal to WWE. But I mean, I'm not going to sacrifice 3 hours of my precious time for Raw, SmackDown, or NXT if it's not a good product. I'm just saying. I mean, I've been watching wrestling since 85. You know what I mean? And like, I'm a fan of, you know, WCW, ECW, WWF, Attitude Era. But I mean, they're nowhere near what they used to be. And I'm just happy that we have an alternative than WWE. Just saying. I mean, you can still watch it, but let's be honest. I mean, you're watching it, but are you really enjoying it? You know what I mean? Like, do you get excited when Raw, SmackDown, and NXT, you know, are you excited when it comes on? Like, oh, I can't wait for Raw or Smack. No, you don't feel like that. And don't fucking lie to me. I haven't felt excited for Raw, SmackDown, or NXT since COVID hit. That's when they went downhill. They really got lazy with the storylines. They got lazy with the commentating. They got lazy with the matches. You know, it's just a garbage product. It's just sad to say. You know what I mean? I want to watch, but I'm not going to watch unless it's a good product. Oh, it's 12 noon. You know what time it is? Time for sack lunch. Yum, 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 yum. MJF, he's great. And I know WWE will come after him because obviously he's the best talker in the business. He's a great wrestler. He's a great talker. You know, in a few years, in like 2024, if they offer him a shitload of money, maybe he'll consider it, but I hope he stays because he is a staple of AEW, and I would love for him to give Vince the finger and say, hey, guess what? You're offering me all this money? Nope. Because what are you going to do? You're going to bring MJF and he's going to be what, like an IC champ or like, some garbage champion, or like you just bury him. You know what I mean? When you don't, he doesn't, like I said, you try to give him a push and then you don't give him the proper push and he starts arguing backstage and then you end up firing him or letting him go. Like, I just don't see things end up being, going the way that MJF wants in WWE. They're just going to use him just like they use all the other wrestlers, female and male, get the most out of them to their liking and then spit them out and then, kick them to the curb. So, Zombie in the building. What to do? The Dark Side of Russia in the building. What to do? 42-7. Dallas with the punt. All right. I got pizza. I got beer. I got gummies. Ever since Jerry the King Lawler and JR left, it fell off. Yeah, and now you got JR, right? And you got Tony Schiavone. And to me, I like Tony Schiavone the best. Him and good old JR and Excalibur, it's fun. Pat McAfee has got the excitement. I got that. Michael Cole's great. But, I mean, that's it. You know what I mean? Like, you don't really have a whole lot going for them. And if they didn't get Pat McAfee, they really would be struggling because they got a lot of Pat McAfee's fan base. And they're Vince is a businessman. Does he really like Pat McAfee? Like, really, really like him? Probably not. He's probably just using him because he knows that Pat has built, himself a nice little stable of fans, through his own platform on the Pat McAfee show. So he already knows Pat is popular. So it's not like, he's like, Pat, you're so awesome. He's like, no, I'm going to use Pat and his fan base to bring the ratings to WWE. I know how Vince's mind works. He don't give a shit about Pat. He's using Pat. I mean, he's paying Pat well, and Pat's like, okay, I'll take your money. You know what I mean? But let's be honest. You know what I mean? They were struggling, and he went to someone that was popular, that maybe those fan bases didn't really watch a whole lot of wrestling. And then Pat McAfee's on SmackDown, and that's helping him stay relevant with AEW kicking their ass. You know what I mean?
Honestly, I couldn't afford to get sick.
I wouldn't be there for this one. I can't if I'm sick.
Pneumococcal pneumonia is a potentially serious bacterial lung disease. You may be at risk if you're 19 to 64 with certain chronic conditions, or if you're 65 or older. Don't pause a moment longer. Ask your doctor or pharmacist about getting vaccinated against pneumococcal pneumonia today.
This holiday, Verizon has the deal that gets better and better and better. Get iPhone 13
Man.
on us when you trade
Well, hopefully the Dolphins and Saints are a little bit better tomorrow. My God.
because everyone deserves better. This is Antonio's Tea Shop, and we're
I mean, it doesn't take a rocket scientist, to figure out WWE. You know what I mean? Vince is a micromanager. You know what I mean? It seems like Tony Khan gives them a little bit more freedom to have fun. You know what I mean? What the wrestlers are having a good time and they can swear and they can shoot the shit and they can do their little, shit talking on the mic, then they're going to put out a better effort. You know what I mean? Like, Vince is in Pat McAfee's ear and Michael Cole's ear. It's like he's telling them what to say, how to say it. You know what I mean? And it's like when you have someone micromanage you like the whole way through, even if the money is great, are you really happy? I bet if you took a poll with all the wrestlers, and they wouldn't say who they are you happy right now with the direction of WWE and everything? I imagine about 80% of the roster, they might be getting paid well, some of the people at the top, but I guarantee a lot of them are like, they know AEW is smoking the shit out of them. And I imagine a lot of them are like, hey, once my contract is up or I get let go, I'm going to AEW. You know what I mean? Because they're going to get bigger and bigger, and obviously the female division will get bigger and bigger if you get some bigger names to hop over like Charlotte or Sasha Banks, you know what I mean? And eventually when the roster gets big enough, they'll be able to have 3 shows. They'll have Dynamite, Rampage, and maybe another show. They could have a Monday show, a Thursday show or Wednesday show, Dynamite on Wednesday, Rampage on Friday, and maybe a Monday night show to compete with Raw. So, well, that's awesome. Aiden Diggs got the Mahomes jersey autographed. How cool is that? Yeah, send me matches, man. I love Japanese matches, hardcore matches. I watch all kinds of wrestling. I'll never stop watching wrestling. It's just me just speaking out as a fan because I know a lot of other fans are critical of WWE. It's not like I've always been a WWF or WWE hater. I've always liked WCW and ECW more than WWF, but I had a lot of love for WWF growing up as a kid. You got to understand, I grew up and watched wrestling since 85, since I was 3. So I've seen the birth of Hulkamania. I've seen, DX. I've seen, Brutus the Barber Beefcake, the Bushwhackers, Legion of Doom, Demolition. I mean, Roddy Piper, Ultimate Warrior. I mean, I've seen them all. You know what I mean? But they're nowhere near what they used to be. 42-7, Cowboys. 3rd down and 6. Shotgun set. Heineke. Big hit. Sit down. You ain't catching nothing, Humphreys. My God.
Last year he gets released. Still looking. Ever since Kirk Cousins left in 17, it's been a carousel.
And WSF Chain Gang in the building. Alan Counts, you love that, huh? Alan Counts has said, man, I would have donated my whole retirement after this win. What an ass whooping, dude. You guys deserve it, though, man. And I'm rooting for you guys in the playoffs. I think that, I'll be honest. If the Cowboys play the Bucs, you guys could beat us. I think you guys could beat anybody. I really do. I think you guys could beat the Packers. I think you could beat the Cowboys. Cowboys could beat the Packers. Cowboys could beat the Bucs. Cowboys could beat the Rams. I think Cowboys could pretty much beat anyone. But also, too, we've seen the Cowboys play like shit also, and we know they can be beat. And they are at home right now. And, the opponents in the playoffs aren't going to be as shitty as Washington. All right. The Bucs will be better. The Packers. All right. The Cardinals, the Rams. I mean, shit, even the Niners or the Eagles or Saints are way better than this fucking Washington team. You know what I mean? But it should give you a lot of hope. You know what I mean? That even if you don't go to the Super Bowl or NFC Championship this year, you guys are going in the right direction. That Dan Quinn hire changed everything about the outlook for the future. Micah Parsons was probably the best draft pick that you guys have made in the last 10 years. Like, no cap. Like, Dak was a good draft pick. Like, if you go through all the draft picks, but Micah Parsons, that might be one, because I think he's going to end up being a Hall of Fame player for you guys. I think he's that fucking good. Like, I think he might end up already being a top 5 linebacker in the game already, and he's a rookie. You know what I mean? It's awesome. And I'm a linebacker guy. Yeah, WCW, man. It's the same type of thing. You got to be able to build up the angles, the storylines, the rivalries. You know what I mean? It just seems like they have a lot more freedom and they're happier there. First down, Cowboys. (2002 to 2008). For me, I'm older, so I got to watch the birth of the NWO and DX, and I think the best wrestling was in the 80s and the 90s. 80s was amazing. As a kid growing up in the 80s, it was spectacular. But I think from 95 to 2000 was the best because you got to really see the NWO and DX and the Monday Night Wars. And there was nothing more popular at that time than NWO and DX. I mean, think about it. They had fucking DDP and Karl Malone going against who? Hollywood Hogan and Dennis Rodman when they were playing each other in the finals. Rodman and Karl Malone participated. Think about that for a second. You never would see that nowadays. You know what I mean? That shows you how big WCW was with all the superstars that they had. NWO, New World Order 4, my brother. Oh, yeah. I've always been more of an NWO guy than DX. I mean, if you're NWO, they told me NWO for life. But also, too, Hogan is my favorite. So I'm a big Hollywood Hogan guy. Not Hulk Hogan and the Hulkamaniacs, but Hollywood Hogan because I like heels. So it's all about Hogan, Scott Hall, Kevin Nash. Those are my guys, man. Buff Bagwell, Scott Norton. Man, the good old days. NWO. New World Order. Black and White and the Wolfpack. Dak? Ooh, almost intercepted. Now, I got a 14-year gap on you, you know what I mean? But I'm telling you, if you lived in the same window as me, sports and wrestling in the 80s and 90s were so much better than what you see now. Like, if you're younger, you have no idea. I mean, we had the best athletes in basketball, baseball, football, hockey, tennis, golf in the 80s and 90s. Wrestling was the best. I mean, the popularity of wrestling back then, every motherfucker had a sign. Everyone was hyphy. Everyone was lit. I mean, it was just an amazing product. I mean, you got super excited when Nitro came on and when Raw came on. I mean, it wasn't just like, oh, wrestling's on this. Like, you would record that shit. You would watch it again after on VHS. Like, you know what I mean? You have your friends come over and eat pizza. You go get the pay-per-views together. And like, I don't know, man. It's just the talent of wrestling and the athletes that are in sports. They were just a lot better, you know, famous people back then that were more entertaining than they are now in sports and in wrestling, in my opinion. So. All right, Travis. Appreciate you. Alan's like, I'm 32, so you're not that far behind. I got 7 years on you. If you're not down with that, I got 2 words for you. Suck it.
Thank you. Guys, I'm just going to take it one tot at a time, you know? Protect the burger, get back to fundamentals.
Aaron Andrews. Get out of here, Aaron. Oh, man. This game. Ooh, more matches. Chigusa Nagayo versus Shark Toshuya, women's street fight. That looks amazing. And then some other match in Japanese, even though I'm Japanese and I should be able to read that. I can't read everything on there. Hell yeah. Gang, bro. Hell yeah. I love wrestling. So any type of old school wrestling, Japanese matches and shit like that, I love that shit. Man, oh man. I mean, you can go back and watch it, but to be a part of it, because you got to think of like the stars that were out back then. You know, you had a lot of the guys that got fired from WWF or transitioned. So you had like the Bret Hart go over, the Hogan go over, Diesel, Kevin Nash, Razor Ramon, Scott Hall, and just the faction of the NWO, just the, you know, the popularity of it. I mean, there's nothing that's in wrestling now that can compare to that. Like DX was a pretty, almost like a cult following too. You know what I mean? But when you had it back then, I mean, they would take over the show. I mean, it would be NWO, you know, Monday Night Nitro, you know, and they would just take over Tony Schiavone and Mike Tenay, and they would get on the mics and just cause havoc. And I mean, just with those legends, you don't have legends like that anymore. You know, you got, you know, AJ Styles and you got, you know, Randy Orton, you got some of the guys, but I mean, they're not as big as Hogan. You know what I mean? I mean, he's like the man of wrestling. I mean, if there is no Hogan or Andre the Giant, wrestling wouldn't be where it is today with Vince McMahon. That's facts. But I always like the presentation and the superstars in WCW more. And I always like the more hardcore wrestling in ECW with Rob Van Dam, Sabu, you know what I mean? And all the rest, you know what I mean? Tajiri, Masato Tanaka, Mike Awesome, you know what I mean? Justin, Credible, Lance Storm. I mean, I can go on forever if you want me to keep going. You know what I mean? I can name drop for days for ECW stars and WCW legends. The cruiserweight division was fire. I mean, they just always had something better than the WWF. But at least WWF tried back then because they knew they weren't the only ones there. They had other 2 federations that were pretty big that were competing for ratings. So the 4 Horsemen. Yeah, but trust me, I've watched thousands of hours of wrestling of WWF. I mean, I used to go to the video store when Blockbuster was a thing, or like the local, you know, rental place. You know what I mean? Wallace Video by my dad's house, and I would rent like 3 old WWF pay-per-views on VHS, get a shitload of Mountain Dew, and just stay up all night and just watch, you know, old pay-per-views from like the 80s. I have a lot of great memories of that. Tommy Dreamer, the Sandman. I mean, I can go on and on and on, my dude. Rhino. Great memories, man. Taz. Not two Z's. One Z. Taz. The human suplex machine. So many great memories, man. Paul E. Dangerously. My name is Paul Heyman. He used to be Paul E. Dangerously. And he was actually the one that was running ECW, but his checks bounced and he couldn't afford to pay the wrestlers, and eventually it folded. But ECW, I always loved that hardcore style. New Jack, Mustafa, they had the Eliminators. They had so many amazing pieces of talent in ECW. And a lot of the superstars, like even Stone Cold Steve Austin, started off in ECW and WCW before he ended up getting his break. They didn't believe in him. He was stunning Steve Austin. He had blonde hair, you know what I mean? He actually had hair back then. And then he was bouncing around from federation to federation, and then, came up with a gimmick of, Stone Cold with the middle finger, fuck you to the boss, and it stuck and it worked. And the rest is history. So, okay, or Whitey, I'll watch it, my dude. Appreciate it, man. He said, porn site. Heineke for Meineke. Overthrown, almost picked. Wow. Okay. It's all good here, Whitey. 42-7, as you've seen, there's not a lot of scoring going on. I mean, there's going to be a lot of running the football. It's just like, okay, let's just end this fucking game. You know what I mean? Micah Parsons being held like a motherfucker. What's new? How are you going to not call that? Yeah, Micah Parsons is legit the next defensive superstar. Like, we've seen guys like CeeDee Lamb, A.J. Brown, Justin Jefferson, Jamar Chase. But on the defensive side, I mean, I think J.C. Horn would be in the conversation if he didn't get hurt. But Patrick Surtain is a stud for the Broncos. Blocked, touchdown, Cowboys. Oh, baby. My God. Woo, baby. My God. This is embarrassing. Touchdown, Cowboys. Even Washington football team's special teams fucking blows. Oh, baby. Right into his hands on the perfect bounce, too. Let me block that. Block. Swat that shit into the third row. Clement, I see you. And a perfect bounce for the touchdown. We damn boys. Oh, my. 48-7. I am so happy I'm not a Washington football team or Redskin fan. Jesus Christ. 49-7. And they're not even trying. Let's go. That guy's getting a fucking raise. Like, what am I watching right now? Like, you know what I mean? I guess I know it's the holidays, but man. Almost a 50 burger. Be nice if you get a $50 donation for the 50 burger, but hey, it's all good, man. Your boy's hustling, your boy's grinding. Sabu. Yeah, RVD and Sabu did some of the most hardcore matches. They did one-on-one. They were a great tag team. There was another guy that died, a Japanese wrestler named Hayabusa. I already know, Air Whitey knows who I'm talking about, but he dressed just like Sabu. Puffy pants, like the hammer pants, tucked in to like the socks or the boots. Would do all kinds of hardcore moves. Had kind of like this like Sub-Zero, Scorpion, like Mortal Kombat mask. This was amazing. High flying to the fullest. And he died just a few years ago. But if you ended up watching like RVD, Sabu, Hayabusa, and they had Hakushi, the guy that had all the tattoos on his face. I mean, there's some amazing matches, that crossover events from ECW to Japan matches and whatnot. Like, I have so many matches of ECW on VHS and on DVD just from back in the day. Like, back in the day when VHS was a thing, there was a guy on eBay that would make custom covers, right, on his computer put them on a blank VHS and made like, a custom cover with the pay-per-view, flip it over, and he made like a backing on it with like the matches and who's in them and what time and everything. And sometimes it was like a best of RVD, or maybe it was like a Living Dangerously 98. But I bought a shitload of them because I supported them and I thought it was super cool. It was like before DVDs were really big. And I ended up buying a lot of those and a lot of special memories, with a lot of that, ECW memorabilia. You know what I mean? A lot of y'all don't even know what a fucking VHS is. You know what I mean? But hey, that's what we used to watch back in the day. I watched a bajillion hours on my VHS. You know what I mean? With NBA footage with Jordan, wrestling footage. I mean, you name it, I've watched it. Masato Tanaka still wrestles. Does he? I remember matches with him and Mike Awesome. They were always hardcore, always punching each other in the face, always stiff. I always liked Masato Tanaka. And then obviously before Tajiri got popular in WWF, he really made a name for himself in ECW.
Well, a lot of comparisons, right? Between Micah Parsons and
Said Alan counts. I appreciate Alan. I mean, like I said, with the donations, some days it's very, very high and unexpected. Sometimes it's, a little bit lower, but I just like enjoying, spending time with y'all. I mean, but obviously, you want to be able to get views, you want to get subs, you don't want to go backwards in the sub count. You want to go higher, on the views, but sometimes, it's a struggle, right? Sometimes the donos are a struggle. Sometimes it's great, you know what I mean? But I'm just going to keep grinding it out, man. You know what I mean? I already know once the collab happens with Grossi, hopefully it happens in the playoffs this year. That's when the channel will take off, because I'm going to get, 200,000 plus people that subscribe to him that are going to be, paying attention to that particular stream. And a lot of them aren't going to know who I am. And after we end up doing a game together, regardless if I win or lose in the playoffs to him, I should be able to gain a shitload of subs, and then at that point, you know what I mean? Just to be associated with Grossi is a big honor. Not anybody gets that. I might be the only outsider that will be invited to that clique, to Clickbait Sports. I mean, to be linked with Perna, Scooter Magruder, Urinating Tree, Grossi, there isn't outsiders that are invited. You know what I mean? But it's not like I'm at 20 subs. I'm over 20,000. I am the most underrated, NFL and sports YouTuber on planet Earth. That's facts, right? But it just feels good to be honored and to be able to be like, hey, you're on my level. You know what I mean? It feels good. You know what I mean? To have Holly Hundo backing me too as a mod, you know what I mean? And as well as all the other greats that came over. And then if that happens, then maybe we'll have 30 in the room all the time or 50 in the room. And then obviously we'll get more Fanatic family members, more subs, more views, more donations. That way I can give back and do like jersey giveaways, and we can do more fundraising, and we can even raid a channel like Grossi does once I get bigger. You know what I mean? That's what I'm looking forward to, to be able to give back and raiding other channels and giving back to you guys, the fans, and you know what I mean? Getting more people that know who I am and appreciate what I do. So, it's going to be fun, man. I can't wait to see what happens when that actual day happens. And I hope it happens this year. I hope we actually play each other. But even if we don't, and maybe at some point, Grossi will be like, hey, let's just fucking do a collab or whatever, for whatever reason. So.
defensive players and the Dallas Cowboys, that just shows the right kind of stuff, and I guarantee you.
Come on, Air Whitey. Am I into wrestling documentaries? Like I don't walk, Dark Side of the Ring, and I watch all the different documentaries about Jake the Snake and Beyond the Mat. Of course, anything wrestling I love. Come on, man. You know better. It doesn't matter if it's Japanese or fucking AEW or WWE. I mean, if it's wrestling, it's my second favorite thing besides football. Sometimes I like wrestling even more than football, to be honest. I like wrestling is right there at the top. It's like NFL, college football, wrestling. And sometimes wrestling is at the top because it gets me excited. It's like for the longest time, the Buccaneers weren't good. I still enjoyed the NFL, but so it is what it is. Of course, I love that shit, Air Whitey. Come on, man. I love it. They still need Johnny Gargano to come over to complete it. But I love it. That actually was one of the better factions that Vince had. Almost a sack lunch, but he evades the sack lunch. Taylor Heineke, 49-7. This might be the most embarrassing game I've ever watched in my entire life, besides Tampa Bay when they were bad back in the day. Yeah, but I like it, man. I thought the Undisputed Era, as far as the name and the song and the creativity, and Adam Cole, baby. You know what I mean? Like, he obviously is incredibly popular. It doesn't matter where he is. He's one of the best wrestlers in the world, even if he's a little undersized. I thought that was a stupid move. Breaking up the Shield, stupid. Letting Dean Ambrose go, John Moxley, stupid. You know what I mean? But like, hey, I'm not Vince. You know what I mean? If these guys want to run their company that way, you're running it to the ground, my dude. And good for AEW to scoop up the pieces. Floater, flag on the play. That might be holding on the offensive line. I love wrestling, man. You know, Sarah Smole loves wrestling, Air Whitey. I do. You know, Odin's son. There's a lot of us that are like really hardcore. My boy Swaggy P used to be hardcore into wrestling. Still watches a little. My boy Jay Graves, the one that I go to road trips with when we go to Seattle and Eugene, like he's big into wrestling too. He still is loyal to WWE. I don't know how he does it. He's a Bronco fan, a Blazer fan, and he loves wrestling, but he won't give AEW a shot. He's just so deep into WWE, he just won't do it. I keep telling him, I'm like, bro, this is actually good wrestling. You know what I mean? But maybe he's just more about the name recognition and he doesn't want to turn his back on the company that he's loved his whole life. You know what I mean? He's a little bit younger than me. He's in his early 30s. But I told him, man, if you're a fan of wrestling in general, it doesn't matter. WCW, ECW, WWF, whatever, you know, NJPW, ROH, whatever. If it's good wrestling, it's good wrestling. And if you're a wrestling fan, you fucking watch it. Because, I mean, if you didn't watch RVD and ECW, you have no idea. When you saw RVD in WWF, WWE, he was old. He wasn't the same RVD, Rob Van Dam, Mr. Monday Night. When you saw him, you know, with the Van Daminator, the Van Terminator, him and Sabu in the prime in the 90s. And that's some of the best wrestling I've ever seen. You know what I mean? Like double team moves and just a hardcore action, fast pace. I mean, RVD and Sabu would run back and forth 1,000 times more than the average, you know, WWF match back in the day. And that's why I loved it. You know what I mean? It was fast paced, hardcore. And you always saw a move you've never seen before in ECW. Like you were like, oh my God, what is that? Like some like double team move, some inverted suplex to like some kind of RKO. You're like, what is that? It was just amazing, man. It was a special time in wrestling. And some of y'all know what I'm talking about. And some of y'all don't. But you know, if you were a fan and you watched that shit from back in the day, you get what I'm saying. Yeah, you can do that, Air Whitey. Go ahead, man. Yeah, you can post whatever, dude. I mean, shit, I got porn bots coming into the streams now, so it's all good. Skinner in the building. What to do? Kip in the building. What to do? Appreciate you guys. Suicidal, homicidal, genocidal. Sabu. So many great memories with ECW. And thank you guys again, Skinner and Kip. Amanda, appreciate you guys. I ended up using the donation you got me last night, and I bought my dog, my puppy, Paisley, a new dog toy at Petco today. So thank you so much, man. Got, you know, some groceries and, you know, picked up, you know, some more beer, and I went to the dispensary and got some stuff, but I, you know, specifically used that. Yeah, I don't think it will post the link. Yeah, sometimes it will just like block it out. I forgot about that. Yeah, YouTube, when you do stuff, it doesn't like links for whatever reason. So yeah, but appreciate you. I got this really cool, it's like kind of like a plastic bone. It's green on one side, red on the other, Christmas colors. You squeeze it hard, it squeaks. But yeah, I had to go through a lot of the toys in the toy aisle at Petco. See, I'm a doggo daddy now, you know what I mean? So I'm always trying to find her, you know, things that, you know, she can play around with. But sometimes she's a good dog. Sometimes she's psycho, just running around with her head cut off. Shits and pisses everywhere, but we love her. Tony Pollard in the game. 49-7 Cowboys. Said, you're excited for a rematch of Page and Danielson, but think about this, right? When it ends up being like Kenny Omega, right? Bryan Danielson, that's going to be way more than Adam Hangman Page. I'm not saying Adam Hangman Page isn't a good wrestler, but if you get like, you know, Moxley, you know, and some of these other upper echelon guys, MJF is right on the cusp too. We already know, you know, Daniel Bryan, aka Bryan Danielson, and MJF are going to be champs of that company sooner than later. They're going to give those guys the belt. You know, it'll probably end up going to, you know, Bryan Danielson next, and then MJF will beat him for the title. Go, 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 go. Look at this shit defense by Washington. Oh my God. First down. Cowboys. Cooper Rush. Oh, what a rush. Legion of Doom. The whole fucking show, Rob Van Dam. I mean, it's like when people saw him in WWF, right? They're, oh my God, RVD, he's so awesome. Dude, the motherfucker was like way old at that point. Like, he wasn't doing the Van Daminator and the Van Terminator. Like, he was doing a PG. It was a disservice to himself. At least in ECW, you could be the man that you wanted to be and show off your skill set. You know, it's like when you go to WWF back then or WWE, they were like, okay, we know you have a skill set of 10, but we're going to let you wrestle at a 4. What? End of the third quarter, 49-7, Cowboys. I'm a dog dad. Yeah, boy. Yeah, but I appreciate you guys, man. Appreciate all of y'all. Yeah, well, it's awesome. You know what I mean? Bill Alfonso is the GOAT. With the whistle, he was with Taz first, right? Then he ended up going with RVD and Sabu. I love Bill Alfonso. Like, you know what I mean? Oh, my God. Joey Styles. Like, just, I don't know, man. It's like you know what I'm talking about or you don't. Like, you either have watched clips if you didn't watch it live, but it was a vibe. It was a thing. It was like when Jordan was playing, it was a vibe. When Kobe was playing, it was a vibe. When ECW was in its prime, it was a vibe. When NWO and DX were around, it was a vibe. Like, just the energy that you felt, and the fan bases were so cult-like. You know what I mean? Like, there was just, I mean, I wish I had more of my NWO stuff, because I remember I had like cutoff tees and like little singlet type things of NWO, Wolfpack, and little tank tops and collectible shit. I still have my NWO satin jacket, black and white, and I got a Wolfpack jacket too. So, I love the NWO, because if you're NWO, you're NWO for life, brother. Oh, yeah. Okay? New world order for life, brother, because it's just too sweet. You know it, baby. You know the words. Yeah, but yeah, man, it's like it means a lot. You know what I mean? Anytime people can donate to your boy, and it doesn't matter if it's $1, $2, $3, $4, $5, it's great. But then when those people do the 10, the 20, the 30, the 40, the 50, the 100, or if you like Holly Hundo and you do 100 to 500, it's amazing. Or Shep, Shep has thrown some hundos around too. You know what I mean? Odin's son has done it before too. So it's like, it feels good, man. Yeah, the Shield, like one of my favorite wrestling figure sets I have an original Shield elite figure set. You know what I mean? Where I individually had to get each one, and Roman was the hardest. And I had to go to Toys R Us every day for like 2 months to find them. And then the one day I find them, it's damaged and I don't buy it. And then they came back like 3 weeks later and I found 2. One was good, one was fucked up. Bought the good one and then completed the set. Now that elite set can go for over $100, like 100 to 200. You know what I mean? Usually the figures cost about 20, 25 brand new. But obviously as the years go on, you can't find those figures anymore unless it's all like on eBay or like OfferUp or something like that, Craigslist. But yeah, that was one of the sets that I really enjoyed completing for my wrestling figures, because that's one of the things I like to collect the most. I like collecting, cards, sports cards, football, baseball, basketball. I like doing, starting lineups from when I was a kid, which was pre-McFarlane figures, you know what I mean? But I like Star Wars, Turtles, Ninja Turtles are awesome. Star Wars, what else? Walking Dead, Transformers, G.I. Joe. I mean, there's certain things that I really like over others. Yeah, but those are always fire, man. Wrestling figures, they're my favorite thing to collect. Yeah, me and Preston have a huge collection of wrestling figures. Huge. And accessories. Reaching for the touchdown. Touchdown, Cowboys. Cooper, oh, what a rush. Wow. What an ass whooping. Woo! Here you go. The Chris Collinsworth, verbiage that doesn't even matter. Way to lose your fans, Chris Collinsworth. Insert Chris Collinsworth hot take now. Everyone's ears bleed. 55-7. My God. This might be the biggest ass whooping of the year. Has there been a bigger ass whooping this year than this? This has got to be it. Extra point is up. And it's good. 56-7. This might be the score of Oklahoma and Oregon I might see my Oregon Ducks get my ass kicked like this. Okay, I hope not. All right. My God. Yeah, I lost in fantasy football in the playoffs, man. Zini Panini got me. I had 2 bad weeks, and it's best of 2 weeks, and I shit the bed 2 weeks. And I had a great team, and I fucked up, and I went Stafford because I thought he would do at least okay, instead of Mahomes. And, sometimes, you have guys on the bench that you just picked up the week before, and you're scared to start them over guys that you have, kind of like held on to that have done good, like Najee Harris, Cordarrelle Patterson, Josh Jacobs. I felt a lot more comfortable with those guys than maybe like Rojo or Jackson, for the Chargers. But obviously I fucked up and I should have went the other way. But hey, you live and you learn. You live and you learn. I'm always competitive in fantasy football. I always end up getting, a top 3 every year. But winning is tough, especially if your guys shit the bed. Like, it wasn't my fault. Like, you know what I mean? Like, these guys just played shitty at the end of the year. They played great all the way up to like the last few weeks. And then I had a bunch of red matchups, and sometimes that's what happens. Sometimes it's just like the green matchups and the good matchups you have can help you get that championship. Alan, yeah. Well, I mean, even Cowboys fans think this is a little much. Come on, man. I know you love winning 56-7, but, it's not like people are going to have like millions of people in the room watching this game and they're still watching. There's a lot of NFL fans that have turned this game off already. Let's be honest. There's a lot of people right now watching other programs or smoking bowls or, drinking or getting ready for work tomorrow or just watching a movie or, whatever it is.
Did you know that every new Toyota comes with Toyota Care? A 2-year or 25,000-mile maintenance plan.
Yeah, she would be fire in AEW. Sweet theme song. She would fit in right perfect with the women's division in AEW. And the AEW women's division needs to get better. But it'll, once you end up getting a Becky Lynch, which probably won't happen, but like a Sasha Banks or a Charlotte would be amazing. You know what I mean? That would really tip the scales if you can get like a Sasha Banks or like a Charlotte to come over. Charlotte versus Britt Baker. Yeah, give me that, dude. And Dr. Britt Baker, DMD, great on the mic. Never knew how to speak on the mic. And obviously, with her boyfriend, Adam Cole, baby, right? It's a power couple. And obviously he's been able to, show her how to talk, how to be a shit talker on the mic. They probably worked on it, at home. Hey, talk like this. Pause here. You know what I mean? Enunciate this word. You know what I mean? Use the stare down here. You know what I mean? Like, just to have that swag and that confidence. Not everyone is great on the mic. That's why there's certain people on YouTube that succeed and there's certain people that can't. Certain people are great on the mic, you know what I mean? And some aren't, And if you got talent on the mic, obviously everybody knows. Some of us are talkers and are great on the mic and others are not. And that's big facts. The Legend series, yeah. I have a lot of figures, bro. I don't know how big my wrestling figure collection is, but it's huge. It's huge, man. You got to think I've been collecting since 85, and 98% of my collection's in the box still. So it's like I'm like the 40-year-old virgin, boy. All the figures. 56-7. My God. Wow, look at the D lineman. Got to give that depth. I mean, that's what you want to do. You want to have depth as you go in the playoffs. So if someone like Randy Gregory or DeMarcus Lawrence gets hurt, then those guys have experience out there. I mean, you might be in there we go, Scary Terry McLaurin finally. Dude, Trayvon Diggs, like they're afraid to throw to their number one target. That's crazy. Prayer Man in the building. Hello, brother. How are you? I'm an Eagles fan, but even I feel bad for DC. Fly, Eagles, fly 2021. Yeah, big win. Big win for you guys, beating the Giants. And like I said, I think it's going to be the Niners and the Eagles getting in the playoffs. Niners, Eagles, Saints are all in the conversation, but I'm really thinking it's going to be the Niners and the Eagles are going to be in the playoffs this year. Fly, Eagles, fly. Appreciate the dono, man. It means everything. Someday, donos are great. Someday, donos are on the little low end. And anytime someone comes in, no matter what point of the stream, and drops some love, it means everything. Thank you so much. Prayer Man 2009, $5. Appreciate you. And I'll try to get a Eagles reaction video up. I mean, I'm not going to do a lot of reaction videos. I'll try to do them here and there, depending on the time that I have. But obviously with a full-time job and when I'm normally doing live streams, sometimes it's tough to squeeze them in because obviously I have to, do things at home, watch the puppy. It's like, we have 24 hours in a day, but I'm maximizing every minute, every hour, But I'll try to get that Eagles reaction video. I always try to take care of the Eagles and the Saints and the Chiefs fans. They're the ones that donate the most to me. And so usually I try to go out of my way for those franchises, if they want reaction videos or, if I'm trying to do their games or, And I'm not saying if you don't donate, you're not as big of a fan, but let's be honest, any YouTuber will tell you when someone donates, that's the biggest form of showing love and appreciation, donating money out of your own fucking pocket. You know what I mean? It's one thing to sub. It's one thing to smash the like button. It's another thing to share the channel with your friends or on social media. But when you donate out of your own pocket, like I've donated to Grossi, I mean, he sees that. I'm a YouTuber. I'm like ultimately the competition of him, right? And he's way above me. And I even donate to him. That's unheard of. I don't think there's been any other YouTuber over 20,000 donating to someone else that's a competition just to show the respect and the love, from the raid and, the subs that he got me, the donos that I got, the people that I got in return, like Holly Hundo, it's pretty amazing. I've donated to him probably 5 to 10 times since the raid happened, usually $5 to $10, but I've donated as much as 50, you know what I mean? Just to say, hey, you know what I mean? Like, I know you make 1,000 to 5,000 every game you do. You're much bigger than me, but I respect the grind and I appreciate everything that you did for me. And I can't wait for us to collab together. That's facts. And he already confirmed we're collabing. So, I mean, and Northwest Sports Fanatics is going to be going up, up, up. I'll tell you that. Yeah, I'll try, man. Like I said, when people donate and, and people appreciate what I'm doing, and I know some people that can't donate or they maybe haven't done it yet, they still love and appreciate what I'm doing, right? But like I said, I definitely will try to go the extra mile for the people that, donate to me and they help keep this channel afloat, with all the hard work and the time that I'm putting in. Because obviously you got to understand, no one's time is free. And, when you're doing all the research and the reading and the film study behind the scenes, and then when you end up wanting to go online, you don't want to have no one watching you, or you don't want to not be able to get donos or people in the chat or your sub count to go up. You want positive, whatever it is. You know what I mean? You got to look at the best of whatever the circumstance is at the time. So it means a lot. But yeah, I always will go the extra mile for the fan bases that fuck with me the most, which is the Eagles. Fly, Eagles, fly. Prayer Man 2009, appreciate you. The Saints fan base, which is probably unusual for other YouTubers to have the rival of your team. Their fan base supports me more than my own fan base. I barely have Buccaneer fans that watch this channel. There's a few, you know what I mean? But there's a lot more Saints, right? And then the Chiefs. Chief fan base is very strong. Donate very, very heavy. They donate the most out of any fan base. The Chiefs. Incredible fan base they have. Support for your boy. Appreciate it. 62-7, KK's uncle. I mean, we've seen blowouts. I mean, shit, Oregon might get blown out by Oklahoma to this score. So. Oh, yeah. Nice. Like, seriously, I'm so blessed that out of all the YouTubers, to be able to possibly collab with or just show love, it was him. You know what I mean? Because I know there's been people that have gone into Sports Fury and they donated to say, hey, raid Northwest Sports Fanatics. And they said no. You know what I mean? They were like, we decide who we raid. They know who I am and stuff. But, it's not like we're ever going to collab ever. I guess I can't say never is never, but I doubt that we'll ever collab. You know what I mean? And they have a lot of common interests like me and Tom too. We love football. We love wrestling. I mean, a lot of people on YouTube that are doing, this thing, with the live streaming, with the football. I mean, a lot of us love wrestling too. It just kind of goes hand in hand. You know what I mean? One Corona with another. Ketchup and mustard, peanut butter and jelly. They just go together. Wrestling and football. They just go together. Yeah, you are, Alan. There's another one too. But he's more of a troll, and he just hops in once in a while to talk shit about the other Eagles, Washington football team and the Giants. Yeah, you are the main one. Yeah, but it's going to be an incredible honor to be able to collab, and I would rather do it in the playoffs when it means something than maybe, next year or the year after whenever we play each other in the regular season. They won't have Rodgers probably by then, and I mean, who knows if Tom is there either, you know what I mean? So it would be really special if we have it this year in the playoffs, because we don't really know how long Tom or Aaron are going to be there. And I don't know if we play the Packers next year. I haven't looked at the schedule. So it's like if we miss out on the playoffs playing each other, then maybe next year. But I don't even know if we play the NFC North next year. So we usually play every division about every 4 years. So 56-7, Cowboys, 3rd down and 8. This game has been over since the first quarter. Yeah, I don't know. Some of these fans disappeared, Some of them support your boy. Some of them, who knows where they're at. Cooper Rush handing off. Ooh, nice run. Yeah, Dallas is tough, man. Like I said, we always talk about Dallas, having a good football team, but then they choke, right? Whatever it is, it's the defense folds, they have injuries, or maybe Dak doesn't play good, or the coaching isn't good, right? But this year feels different with Dallas. I mean, as an outsider looking in, if you're a Cowboy fan like Allen, of course he's going to be biased and be like, Cowboys, we damn boys, we damn boys, we damn boys, we going to Super Bowl, we going to win the championship, we damn boys, right? Like a King of the Hill, the Hank Hill and the rest of them, right? You know what I mean? With that accent. Cowboys are good. I mean, I see it. You know what I mean? Like, I think the Cowboys are as dangerous as any team in the NFC. And sometimes when they play like this, they're even more dangerous than the Bucs or the Rams or the Cardinals. Like, you're right up there with the Packers. That's saying something, They should have beat Tampa Bay week 1. You'll never hear another Tampa Bay fan say that. You know what I mean? And I'm not biased, and that's what gets me credibility, and that's why people love me. You know what I mean? I'm willing to say shit that's real. You know what I mean? Like that game that everyone watched in week 1, we did not deserve to win that game. I mean, regardless if there was some questionable reffing at the end, we should have never even been positioned to win. Like, the Cowboys deserved to win that football game based on how they played. You know what I mean? And any Buccaneer fan that says otherwise, they're lying. They're just like, hey, we won the Super Bowl. Fuck them. Fuck them. We're the best. You know what I mean? We win everything. We got Brady. You know what I mean? But I'm not like that. So credibility factor. It means a lot. Just got to be honest with yourself.
Stronger together. Toyota. Let's go places. At Lowe's, with endless ways to organize what you need, you'll find some peace of mind you want at prices you really want. Start the year fresh at Lowe's. Shop Lowe's Store and Save event now, in store and online.
Game is going on forever.
Introducing Wendy's new hot and crispy fries. Preferred almost 2 to 1 over McDonald's. Try them today, only at Wendy's.
KK's uncle, he said facts, Orion. Because like I said, I will always say the truth. I will always say something that might be controversial that other people won't say. You know what I mean? But they need more people like me on TV and on like podcasting. You know what I mean? There's one thing to argue for no reason just to get ratings, but people will respect the real facts and the real thoughts that are truthful rather than just saying, some kind of argument. You know what I mean? Like saying something crazy like Skip every year, saying the Cowboys are going to the Super Bowl when they're definitely not. And he's just doing it to get a rise out of people. You know what I mean? To call them out on the internet. It's all part of the plan. They do that on purpose. They do hot takes that they know that are wrong, so that way that they get an interaction with the fans. Because if they say the truth, maybe they don't get the same people involved talking shit, and talking back. So, but you can always be honest. You know what I mean? Like football fans aren't stupid. Some of the football fans are the smartest people on planet Earth. You know what I mean? The dedication that we have for our teams and our players in sports and wrestling is unmatched. I mean, you name anyone else in your friend group that is as passionate about your players, your sports, your wrestling than you. I doubt it. You know what I mean? We're a special group.
4 years as a police
And that's big facts. I don't speak lies, baby. I speak the truth. Truff. Truth. I speak the truth. 56-7. Dallas Cowboys. Washington football team. Big hit on Adam Humphries. That hit made him kind of second guess if he even wants to be on this team. He said, shit, put me back on Tampa Bay. I don't want to play on this shitbag team. 7? My God. Sweet cream on an ice cream sandwich. What in the blue hell is going on? Ballard and Wentz. Good for him, man. I'm happy for you guys. And it just sucks that you started off the season so slow. Did you guys start 0-3? 0-3, I believe, right? Correct me if I'm wrong. I know you didn't start off strong. It was rough. Pass completed. But you let me know, Sarah. See, you know what I mean? And if I didn't read and I don't follow football, how the hell would I know that? I guarantee no one knows that unless you're a Colts fan or you're really into football. You know what I mean? But to start off 0-3 and to see where you're at now, pretty impressive. It's like going from 8-6 to 9-6 and you were 0-3. I mean, shit, imagine if you started off 2-1 or 3-0. Like you would probably be winning the division and probably easily. And you had no Darius Leonard and Quentin Nelson. So it's cool to see like a team that we thought had no hope a month and a half ago. Now we're like, hell yeah, go Colts. You know what I mean? Like go to the playoffs and you got the number 1 running back. How cool is that? I mean, you make sure you remember this season because this isn't going to be like every year. Even if you don't go to the Super Bowl or AFC Championship game, always soak in those moments when your players are the best at what they do. I mean, you'll never forget it. You'll be like, oh, bro, do you remember back in 2020 when Jonathan Taylor like broke out and was the number 1 running back? And you'll be like, this will be like 10 years and like 2030. Like, oh, shit, Jonathan Taylor. Yeah, bro, I remember. You know what I mean? Like, it's like you'll have the throwback moment 10 years later and be like, wow, like that season that he had, like you'll remember that shit. Always soak in those moments, man. That's facts. I always keep those moments in my brain. The Derek Brooks year, you know, when he was defensive player of the year and he had like 5, 6, 7, 8 interceptions, you know, for touchdowns. It was just a beautiful thing to see a linebacker get that many touchdowns and to get one in the Super Bowl against the Raiders. It was just fitting. You know what I mean? My favorite player, I got the jersey on right now, the Derek Brooks. He will always be my favorite player. I love Devin White. I'm a Ken Griffey Jr. guy. He's at the top as well. You know what I mean? But as far as football, there will be never someone that I love more than Derek Brooks. And if I have another guy, it's probably Mike Allstott. You know what I mean? But I love Sapp and Simeon Rice, John Lynch, Rondé Barber. I mean, there's a few of them that I really love. Levante David, Devin White. Gang. Panthers started off 3-0 and look where their season has gone. So sometimes you can start strong and then kind of hit a skid, or you can start really slow and have a tough schedule or just play like shit and then, you know, find your team, find your way, find your identity. Are you a running team? Are you a passing team? Are you a combo team? Do you play fucking defense? Do you punch your teammates in the face after they do this to you on the sideline? You know, you find out who you are. First down and 10. Ugly, ugly, ugly. They should start giving them 10 points for every completion. Then we would actually have a little bit of a game. Like if we had 10 points for every completion, maybe we'd get to like 56-47 maybe before the game was over. Reggie White, Robert Mathis, Freeney, Peyton. Yeah, incredible players. I'm more of a linebacker guy, so I'm more of a Ray Lewis, you know, kind of guy. Brian Urlacher, Luke Kuechly, you know, and then the safety position is huge for me. Brian Dawkins, John Lynch, Ed Reed, Troy Polamalu, Ronnie Lott. You know, a lot of those, you know, special players, the thumpers. Steve Atwater, you know what I mean? Like I have a lot of memories as a kid watching Monday Night Football or watching it on VHS because I was poor and I didn't have cable for a good majority of my life. So I had to have friends record Raw and Nitro and Monday Night Football sometimes for me, depending on if I could, you know, watch it or not. The lengths you go to watch what you love. It's like, fuck it, man. Please record Nitro for me. NWO is going to be on. Hell yeah. You know I want to watch that shit. You know what I mean? I'm like 15 years old. I'm like, fuck yeah. Wrestling at its fucking very peak. Ooh, big hit. How did he hang on to that? 3rd and 7. Short for the first down. Yeah. But some of the names, the old school folks, you guys know what I'm talking about. Others, you might be like scratching your head on some of the names. You know what I mean? Because I'm an old guy, right? But I got the knowledge. I got the football knowledge. Woo! What a catch. David Tyree? My God. Wow, that replay was sick. Look at this. Bang! Right in the back. My neck and my back. And then right there, boom. On the head and the shoulder. Okay. Cotta? My name is James Cotta. Wow. 4th down and 2. First down, Washington. Move the chains.
You really did hit on it earlier, Alan. And it's no offense to Heineke or Allen or whatever, but there is a
Nice.
right with these top quarterbacks who are always going to the playoffs and always playing.
Awesome, Jameson. Hell yeah. Oh, yeah. It's cool, man. And I always like having fans of different fan bases. So it's like you got Sarah Small, Colts, my boy, Swaggy P, Colts. We got Jameson Mason. We got Titan Up. So we got, a couple Titans fans, a couple Colts fans. I love that. To have that type of fan base in the room. You know what I mean? It's cool. I mean, at some point, we're going to end up having a fan of every team, in the building. Even the Detroit Lions. I know there's Lions fans still out there. Yeah, who didn't like Reggie White, though? I mean, it's like there was Reggie White and there was, Bruce Smith? You know what I mean? As far as the dominant guys back then, and Reggie was like kind of acclaimed as the best. He's like the Aaron Donald of that position back then, right? Oh, fumble! Oh, and he scooped it up. Air Whitey says, don't forget your disgustingly loyal Packers fan me. No, I do appreciate you, because for people that came over in the raid and other people that didn't come over from the raid but around the same time, and then to be able to see a new face in the room like all the time, it means everything to me. Like, you know what I mean? Like, sometimes you're going to have a lot of people in the room, sometimes you're not, but I always remember the conversations on the streams and who's in there and who donates and, how much they donate and, who's promoting the channel and helping me out. And yeah, it's something that's always appreciated, man. Anyone I see someone new, and there's, some of the people that were part of the Grossi posse that subbed, that took their sub away, which was a little unfortunate. Like Tom was like, get them over 20,000. And then I had probably like 100 of the people from the Grossi posse eventually take their sub away, which is a little, I still was well over 20,000, you know what I mean? But to lose like 50 or 100 subs from the people that subbed to me because he told them to, but then they unsubbed. I mean, it's cool. I'm not going to be for everyone, and not everyone's going to, maybe they just want to sub to Tom and that's it. You know what I mean? But when you lose subs for whatever reason, it's not a good feeling. It's like you're putting in your heart and your soul and you're working hard, and you know what I mean? But I guess if it's during a raid, I can't expect everyone to keep their sub on a raid. Maybe they're going to go back and just like, for whatever reason, they're like, oh, fuck this guy, fuck this channel. And then it's take it away. Hopefully I can earn those back. Especially when me and Tom collab, they'll be like, damn, why did I unsub to this guy? You know what I mean? That's what's going to happen. All those people that unsub to me, those like 50 to 100 people from the Grossi raid, once we collab, they'll be like, oh, I fucked up. And then they're going to sub to me. I see how it's going to go. Do you remember me? Field goal. No. Extra point is up, and it's good. 56-14. Cowboys. But I know that's what's going to happen. $56-14. Look at that. Second player to throw a TD pass to a wide receiver, tight end, running back, O-lineman in one game. The other, Kurt Warner. I love it, man. I love it when guys break records. It's just cool. Like I said, I get it. A lot of y'all don't like the Cowboys. You don't like Dak. It's just like Cowboys, disgusting. Ew, you know what I mean? Just like the Patriots or Brady. I get it, man. I understand. But I will never hate on greatness when I see it. Trayvon Diggs, greatness. Micah Parsons, greatness. And sometimes you see flashes of greatness from Dak. And Cooper and CD and Zeke and Tony Pollard and Gallup. The offensive line, Dan Quinn. Quan Alexander's on COVID. That sucks. Fuck COVID, man. I'm sick and tired of COVID. All the variants and all that bullshit. Sick of it. It's like, how long are we going to deal with this? For another couple years? It seems like it. Yeah, St. Louis Rams, I wish that they were still there. Just like with the Chargers, we're still in San Diego too, Jonathan. It's all about money. Seth Rollins got COVID. Yeah, Jameson Mason, man. It's got to be a good feeling. Like I told people before, my favorite non-superstar quarterback in the NFL is Ryan Tannehill. He hasn't had as good of a year as he did last year, but you don't have Jonnu Smith, your check down guy anymore. Derrick Henry got hurt, and A.J. Brown and fucking Julio have been hurt all year. Like, I mean, can you imagine if they still had all those guys? Like, you guys would have had a top 5 offense, and record would be much better. You know what I mean? Even if the defense was a little shaky. It's always been shaky, for the last few years. We know that, you know what I mean? But, I'm not going to just shit on Tannehill and think he's garbage. I think a lot of the outsiders are doing that. They're like, oh, he sucks. Like, okay, I'll take him on my team in a heartbeat. Like, for all the haters. The haters. I mean, why is Tannehill having a hard time? Oh, Derrick Henry's out. Oh, A.J. Brown and Julio are gone. Oh, Jonnu Smith's no longer there. Yeah, that will make anybody's stats go down, you fucking dummies. People in the media just crack me up, man. They crack your boy up. The only 4 letters that you need to know. NWSF. For life. 56-14. This game seems like it's been going on for fucking 8 hours. 2nd and 9, 2 minutes to go. The game was over in the first quarter. I mean, we've seen touchdowns. All right, we've seen Dak Prescott do his thing. We've seen him do his thing, right? Zeke, get in the end zone and be busy, right? We've seen Cooper. We've seen Amari Cooper ball out, right? A little Zeke, a little Amari, a little Zeke. All right, and then we even see this guy, C.D. Lamb. Love him. One of the bright superstars in the league. Not better than Justin Jefferson, but he's very, very good. My favorite player on defense. All right, as far as linebackers are concerned and rookies, it's Micah Parsons. He's top 5 linebacker already. I think you can put him in the same group. Honestly, with the stats and everything that he's done so far, you can put him with who? Darius Leonard. You can put him with Devin White. You can put him with Bobby Wagner, Fred Warner, and Micah Parsons. He belongs in that conversation, and I love it. We did, boys. Okay, I see you. And we haven't done a lot of these yet today. Taylor Heineke, maybe once or twice. Antonio Gibson, one time. Maybe showing this little package, one time. Haven't been able to show Scary Terry McLaurin all night, which is, Trayvon Diggs has shut you down. And then we've seen the Redskins, a.k.a. Washington football team, happy earlier in the stream. Yeah, it is what it is. Air Whitey, bang! $5. $5. My boy, appreciate you. Alan Counts, the only Cowboy fan on planet Earth that's still watching. He's like, I'm loving this shit. I'm enjoying the shit out of it. Well, if I was a Cowboy fan, and it's your rival too, so of course you're loving this shit. All right, Amanda. All right, Jonathan. Shake and bake, first down, Cowboys. Now, I don't know if the Washington should even be at 14. I mean, obviously, Dallas easily could have gotten the 60s or 70s, but like I said, what did I tell you at halftime? I told you they would be in the mid-50s. They're not going to get 60, 70, 80 points when you're at 42. You're not going to go 84. Football, it's just you watch it and Well, hey, at least the game is over, right? And that's it, huh? My God. My God, huh? Cowboys, number 2 seed. I love it. A lot of people don't love it, but I can always enjoy when other teams have success. You know what I mean? It's like, I'm not going to win the Super Bowl every year, but I know what it means to a Cowboys fan to be this good this year and not be like, you know, people are like, oh, they suck or they're pretenders. Like, no, they actually have a really good football team this year. And you don't even have to be bashful about it and not, you know, hey, NFC East. There you go, man. Just like my NFC South Bucks. I mean, we might not win the Super Bowl. We might not get to the NFC Championship game, but we're both praying that we do. You know what I mean? And if we get there, we have a chance to win because defense wins championships and defense wins big games. And that's big facts. Well, I appreciate you guys for hanging in there with this ass whooping. I love you. Appreciate you. Air Whitey there at the buzzer with a nice $5 dono. Appreciate you. Every dono matters. Every dono counts. Appreciate you guys a lot. I'll be here tomorrow for the Dolphins and the Saints. Probably eat some more gummies. I don't know if I'll drink any more beer, but hey, I'm going to relax, hang out with my puppy. Appreciate you guys very, very much. Love you. Jameson Meza, Alan Counts, Jonathan, Air Whitey, Sarah Small, everybody. Alan Counts. What a victory. I know you love it. Amanda, Chief Gone Chief. Tomorrow, Chief Gone Chief, I am going to do the Dolphins and the Saints for Monday Night Football. So I'll be doing that tomorrow. Have a great rest of your night. We'll see what kind of snow comes tomorrow for me. Be safe, and I will see you tomorrow. And I got one question for you. Who you know talk sports like us? Your boy Ryan, Northwest Sports Fanatics. NWSF Chain Gang in the building. Love you. Appreciate you. The best fan base on planet Earth, the Fanatic family. You guys, the support you guys give me is phenomenal. I can never state that enough. I love you, and I'll be back tomorrow. Peace. Gang.